Yes.
Okay, in that case, session begins. Your clerical companion asks the question in in-game chat. Just to recap for the party, it is day 205, about an hour or so after lunch. The party was planning to, or rather, the party ate and power napped because they got here a bit early, so y'all aren't hungry, and y'all are decently rested. You know, last night was a bit interrupted here, there, but things went okay. Everyone should be able to cast third or fourth level spells just fine. Ecroromede, you should be able to get those fifth level spells out.
Let me see if I'm full up.
The horses are properly picketed and so forth. Xavier is quickly getting some of his stuff in order. He's keeping that short sword sheathed, but he will get out a torch.
All right. Well, other than Jaziel and the cleric, who do we have that we could leave outside with the horses and the wagon?
That is all.
Yeah. All right. So Xavier, how long, how massive, how much time do you expect us to spend inside of here? Because I don't want the horses to starve to death. That would make transporting you back difficult.
Indeed. He will state that if he's got all the rumors and legends about this mega dungeon thing done, again, this is like 3 or 4 different people came on and built onto an older thing, so this could take
Mega
a few
dungeon.
days of going in.
Right. In that case, we need to leave the cleric behind. Because Jaziel can take care of himself, and to a limited aspect, he could see to the horses, but chap doesn't have thumbs. It's kind of an imposition on him.
Can normal horses communicate with Jaziel?
Yeah, Jaziel bites his teeth at them and they know to run.
Oh yeah, okay.
Jaziel asserts dominance when dealing with inferior creatures, such as that. So, really, sad, but yes, healer. I'm not trying to shortchange you out of a fair share, but if we all go inside, these animals will thirst or
No,
starve.
it makes sense. I'll keep an eye on them for you. You find anything
Yeah,
religious related, let me poke at it, okay? Nothing else, I'll be able to
certainly.
identify it, maybe.
And Jaziel, if you will, of course, help with perimeter security.
I tell the cleric when she says that, I'm like, I'll roll you for it.
Roll me? Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean. She knows what I mean.
She does take out the die and toss it up in the air and catch it. Alright. Anyways, she goes and takes up a position. She says she'll keep an eye on the animals, keep them fed, taken care of.
Okay.
Good, good.
Find some way to occupy her time. She is still on the clock via Xavier, so she's cool waiting out here.
Well, she's getting paid by him anyways.
Now she might
All
wait
right.
by the mouth of yonder thing here. The mouth of this thing being about 4 or 5 feet wide, about 6 or so feet tall. It appears to be a natural tunnel. This cave is a natural formation.
All right. So we've got me, Dave, Vasa, and Xavier going in. Is Xavier still invisible?
No, Xavier turned uninvisible to sneak attack a Slotty that was going to eat the face of
Ah, yes.
Velvin. Excuse me, I keep burping.
Hey, I'm feeling you there, man.
So, like, I'm trying to talk and the air is coming up and the air is coming down, and it just kind of meets in the middle and catches in my throat.
Yeah. All right. And how far into this cave can we see?
So the thing slopes down for a bit. You're in daylight right now, so you're not running off of infravision. The daylight extends into it about 30 or so feet, revealing that it just kind of goes down for a bit. Call it a 30-degree slope.
All right. So I will hand Xavier one of my copper piece coins that has continual light on it.
Right, he'll put away his torch at that. He hadn't lit it yet. He was uncertain what you all planned to do with that.
Okay.
But yeah, he'll hold that.
All right. And with that, We will start in. I will be checking for traps as we go.
You do not detect any traps. I'll need a formation from the party as they all head in, because at certain points this is going to be one person wide deal. At other times, I'm going to do a nice thing and assume that y'all are going to form a diamond with Mead in the front and Xavier in the back.
That is a good assumption.
For walking formation, when it's single file,
All right. I'm gonna
Mead
go.
in front.
Yeah, I'm always the tip of the spear, and I'm gonna go for a couple of drags real quick while y'all hammer that out. Okay.
Alright, so Vasa or Velkin?
I think
Vasa,
it
then,
should be Mead, Vasa,
then
Xavier, then
Xavier,
me.
then
Yeah.
Velkin.
It's
Alright.
Unless
Velvin.
you're
Velvin.
Then.
No K.
Okay,
and
so Velvin, are you, when the passage gets wider, are you staying in that formation? Are you moving up next to Vasa?
When the passage gets wider, we'll do the diamond thing you said. Sounded good to me.
Alright. And then, yeah, Xavier in the back. Protect the ATM.
yeah,
Yep.
protect the money pouch.
Okay. I need to check a timeline really quickly on something here. Okay, and now we wait.
Okay. Thanks for your patience, guys, with my nicotine indulgence.
All good.
No problem.
Alright, so the party has a formation now. Mead, then Vasa, then Xavier, then Velvin in single file. Velvin will move up next to Vasa to go side by side, behind you, Mead, with Xavier behind them when the passage is wide enough for that.
Okay.
So that allows for that. Now, for those who care to map this thing, you're going to need about a 55 by 55 square grid, and you'll want to start in the lower right-hand corner. Good times, I know. Anyway, the party heads westward down this passage, which goes down for about 100, maybe 200 or so feet. And Ecroromede, you can give me a perception check. Obviously, the presence of the continual light stone continual light coin has utterly spoiled your infravision. Okay. You know what?
Ooh.
The rest of the party can, but they're at a penalty of 1, 2, and then 3 respectively for your place in line. So Velvin, you're at -3, Vasa, you're at -1, Xavier -2, Xavier gets it.
And that's a perception?
Yep.
Perception, yes.
Where's my bad 20? There she is. Ooh, I rolled real good, so.
Vasa makes it on the nose. And Velvin. Nice. Okay, so everyone makes their perception check, and you will easily perceive as you're heading on down, and you can see over each other's shoulders, those in the back, or not a Chromede. There is some light source down the tunnel. Not nearly as bright and illuminated as yours, but yeah, there's something causing light down there.
Okay.
Hmm.
A torch or
Not a continual
what?
light stone, that's for sure. It's nowhere near as bright as the brilliance of your thing. Could be a torchlight. It does flicker a bit, it seems.
Okay. Continue checking for traps as we advance.
Alright, you continue checking. This does slow your movement a fair bit, as you're looking at the walls, looking at the ceiling, checking the floor, examining, looking for any tripwires halfway up on the floor. You continue down a Chromede. You can give me a perception check, but there's going to be some penalties.
I rolled a 12.
Yep, no, not what those. Alright, you continue forward. You do not detect any traps. You've reached near the end of this thing. It begins to level on off, and you can see that this leads into a larger section of this cave. You can see about that it opens up into a larger chamber that goes back about 50 or so feet, and it might expand more to the right and left of you, but you can't see everything over there. You can see it looks like there are some crates, maybe sacks on top of the crates that are sort of set up in the fashion of a table and chairs around it. There's a couple other crates somewhere behind the table.
Okay, have we gotten close to the source of light yet?
There is a lantern that was on the table, which seems to be the source of light. It is lit, obviously, since it's giving off light.
Okay, whisper to Xavier. Cover the coin.
Xavier covers the coin.
Okay.
The party's plunged into darkness for the most part, except those of you looking ahead. It's like that.
Well,
So
there's
Velvin, Chromede, infravision adjusting. Vasa, you don't have infravision. You're dark.
Okay. All right. Let's continue quietly. And Dungeon Master, continuing to check for traps and move silently as I advance.
Alright, you believe to be moving silently. Velvin's in leather, Vasa's in plain clothes, Xavier's in leather, so no one's clanking around in metal, but yeah, Xavier's nowhere near as quiet as you'd like him to be a Chromede.
It's to be expected.
Anyhow, as you get closer to the entrance of this thing, describe how you'd like to do this.
Okay, so it opens up into this area where there's this lantern on the table and makeshift furniture, etc. Okay, so at this time my infravision is functional, yes?
Yep.
Okay, do I see any heat sources in the shadows?
Let me check. No, but you don't have a clear view of the entire room. Like, you can tell there's sections off to the left and right where you don't see the wall that opens up wide left, right, so clearly not.
Okay, but we can see the lantern.
Yes.
Okay, is it glass-based or metal-based?
Glass.
The reservoir that has oil in it is glass?
Glass, yeah.
How full is it?
Give me a second. Maybe 3/4 of the way full.
Stop the party here and wait for a minute.
So should we maybe snuff out the lantern and take this oil with us?
Chromede, what is your hear noise?
Not as good as I'd like it to be. Let me check.
Yeah, mine's only 5%.
20.
20. Yep. Alright, I'll need to know what the party's doing.
We wait. That lamp is mostly full. Whoever lit it hasn't been gone long. They may still be here.
I'll try and find a shadowy corner of the room to hide in.
Well, Velvin, you're still in the passageway. Yeah, I mean, you're at the way back of it. There's shadows all the way behind you because this area is not lit, except for if you were to look behind you, you'd glance up and see, oh yeah, there's a bit of daylight streaking in, but it halts after about 30 feet.
Well, I was just assuming that I was close enough to hear a Chromede up there, so I'll move up to a Chromede.
The passageway is a little too narrow to squeeze by Xavier unless you want to try and nudge him. And
how big is the room, the cavern that the this lantern and whatnot is in?
It looks to be at least 50 feet deep. As far as left and right go, you're not sure, but wide enough that you can't see it all from your current position, about 10 feet back from the entrance or so, if you would, to this cave.
Xavier, throw the coin to the lantern.
All right. Duck. Vasa. Chromie, duck.
I'll duck down.
Vasa, you're ducking? Alright. Vasa and Chromie duck down. Xavier rolls to hit and rolled a 3. Just out of curiosity, they'll give him that percent chance of failing to get through there because that was a pretty low roll. Okay, no, he's fine. So yeah, the coin does land nearby the table. Maybe it clatters around on the floor for a minute.
Okay.
And
So that
when it
should
does
light.
that, someone in hold on. So when it does that, someone inside lets out a shriek, and someone throws a dagger from the side, and it strikes the ground nearby where the coin went. And you can hear people moving, and someone's cursing. Party. Let's see a new.
And we can't see anybody?
Well, if the dagger was thrown from the. So you know how y'all are looking into the
Yeah.
thing, and there's sections left, right. That's obviously where the people are hiding, because that's where the dagger came from.
Okay.
They saw the light, heard y'all, tried to lay an ambush, but kind of forgot about that lantern on the table, giving away the fact they were just playing cards with that table.
And there's a lot more light in that room now.
Yep. Hence the shriek, oh fuck! And someone throws a dagger out of instinct at whatever it was that moved, but it's a coin. What are you going to do? Impale the coin? Purely out of curiosity. They did not impale the coin. Reasonably breaking the coin breaks the spell, but it did not. Still look, maybe shooting.
I'm stuck way back here. I'll try and make my way past Xavier somehow. Maybe he can open his legs and I can crawl through.
I mean, I can't really say what I'm doing until I know what I'm seeing.
Well, so far you don't hear anyone, but there's definitely the sound of people moving, and someone seems to have drawn a blade. You'll hear the shink from it. And someone says, "All right, fuck it. Look, whoever you are, just go." You know, probably a little more desperate, pleady sounding than the way I did it there.
Come on, in your most intimidating voice. Go where? I think
Alright,
he's
Vasa,
thinking.
you don't see any targets right now.
Wherever you are, just go. Okay, I'll step forward in somewhat. Come forward in Palava.
Alright, men, hold your fire. And Ecroromede, from behind the left side of the door, there's this guy. He's wearing leather armor. He has a longsword sheathed at his side, and one hand up, other hand on the hilt of it.
Okay.
You know, the light obviously has you illuminated, even with him standing between you and it.
All right.
Alright, we found this place first. We got dibs.
What is your name?
He'll say some ordinary name. I don't have names off the top of my head, Grills.
Are you affiliated with any group?
No, freelancer. Obviously not his exact response, but he's not any bandit group. My boys and I have been running out of here for a while now. We're not looking for trouble from guys as well armed as you. Just turn around and go.
We have business within. What have you found so far?
Found it's a good place to hide for the night. There's like a dungeon or something in there with some spike traps, and we didn't go further.
Which way?
He seems to be thinking for a second. And I need to put myself in his boots for a second. Give me a second.
Okay.
Just fuck. Okay. All right, he's looking you and your group up and down, and there's a door over that way that leads into kind of a temple or dungeon shit. If y'all plan on going in there, tell you what, we'll let you go through. Just if you die, it ain't on us.
Of course not. I'll lead the way.
Alright. Alright, you lead the way forward. As you enter the room, of course, you'll see there are 4 bandits in total. Men wearing leather armor. One of them has like a wood axe instead of a weapon. He like grabbed it from a nearby wood pile that they have. A couple others have daggers, and the leader, who has a longsword, there was a shield leading up against the wall. And yeah, the room itself is about 50 feet by 50 feet. There's a door to the north. Likewise, they've got some bedrolls here. There's a couple furnishings to the room. They're using it as a base of operations.
Okay. We will recover our coin And again, hand that over to Xavier.
The bandits stay on guard in case y'all try anything, but there's as many you as them, and you got that mean look about you, so they're willing to let you pass by. And yeah, this
And
section
as we're
here
passing
is.
by,
Go ahead.
I'll give them the steepled fingers and hail to the king.
You'll get a couple funny looks in return, but they aren't attacking.
Now,
And
now they might think we're associated with the crown, so
hmm. Anyway,
We
yeah,
are.
no,
they might fear us even more.
this room is obviously some natural cave, but there does seem to be a stone, wooden. No, this door here would be wooden. A wooden door to the north end of it. For those of you looking for your friendly dungeon master provided diagram, I numbered the rooms, guys.
Awesome.
What's it in?
Out of
Hmm?
character chat.
I Double M. Do you know how to fix this? I never get like the little ones show up next to the channel to show me where the notification is.
I don't know how to do that. I think you're
You don't know
looking
how to
for
do
an
that?
at though, aren't you? Like the at's where it does that.
Oh,
I could add adventurers, but that would get boring quickly.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anyways, so they're letting you pass by. A couple charisma checks passed there, and they're holding.
all right. So we're in room number 1.
Currently, the party's in room number 1 by that east exit. There's a door
Okay.
to the north, which is wood.
Okay, that's where we're going.
Alright, so you open it up, and that leads to a hallway, passage-looking thing, about 30 feet wide, with another wooden door that's slightly ajar at the north end of that.
Okay. All right. Proceed to that door.
At this point, hallways are going to branch out, well, not branch out, but widen up to be about 10 feet wide, so the party should be able to maintain the diamond formation in most cases. I'll let y'all know when that's not the case.
Okay.
Very good. Because
You
yeah, I didn't like the way that worked out last time. I didn't realize they were going to be that tight. Because I wouldn't have been able to get up and into the fight very easily.
I did describe how it was maybe 5 or 6 feet. You know, the average person stands, what, maybe 3 to 4 feet? Armor, shit like that, and
But
maybe.
both me and Xavier are in leather, and I'm 4'2" and 122 pounds. I
Yeah, but
should be able to sneak by him
he is a
in
human.
5 feet.
Maybe. It's iffy. At the end of the day, it worked out all right. All right, so you
It's okay.
open that old door. It opens away from the party for what that's worth, and it opens to the right-hand side for those caring about it. Anyways, it leads into a larger room, which I will get a screenshot for y'all first. Y'all entered from the lower right-hand side, obviously, the south door. Uh, there are multiple doors here. 4 of them, in fact, other than the one you entered through. The one in the upper left corner has a X chalked onto it. The other 3 are unmarked. My bad. Did I say upper left? I meant upper right. Brain fart.
Upper right has an X. The other 3 are unmarked. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
look around because this guy said something about spike trap. Do I see anything in the floor indicative of openings where spikes could come up?
Nope. Seems solid.
All right. Move over to that door with the X on it.
Alright. It's a wooden door.
All right. Check for traps.
You do not detect any traps.
Does it open towards me or away from me?
It opens towards you, going towards the right-hand side as it opens.
All right. Tell the party to get back a good 10 feet while I
Okay.
open it.
Alright, you open it. It reveals like a antechamber, if you will, leading to a second door with another X scratched on, well, chalked onto it. That door opens away from you.
Okay. Again, guys, stay back 10 feet in case I hit something. And I'll continue moving forward.
Alright. You checking that door for traps also?
I am.
Alright, you do not detect any traps. You're opening it?
Yes.
Alright, you open it. It reveals a room that is about 20 feet wide by 30 feet deep. Inside the room are several big spiders, maybe the size of your fist to smaller than that, crawling around on various crates and shit. And, you know, as you open the door and light rushes in, several of them skitter around, but a couple of them seem to be moving towards you. Maybe they're going to bite, or maybe they're just looking for freedom. What are you doing at this time?
And these are how big?
Maybe the size of your fist to smaller?
If they come within sword's reach, I will kill them.
Alright, well, they skitter towards you. They're keeping to the sides, left and right, but they're within sword's reach.
Okay. Well, assuming these things are under a full hit die, do you want me to go through the dice rolls?
No, you're swinging at them.
Uh-huh.
Alright, there's a few of them. They seem to want to get out of that room. Now, others are still crawling around in there. The place is infested with them.
Well, again, if they're just trying to get out, I'll let them pass. But if they're potentially attacking, they're
Oh,
getting the sword.
yeah, a couple of them do seem to be trying to crawl towards you. They're kind of mindless.
Yeah, they get the sword.
All right. Uh, I anticipated a fire gout, honestly. But anyways,
That's a waste.
anyways, you clear out the ones that are trying to kill you, and yeah, party. Maybe you move back, or maybe you attack. Feel free to let me know. But others crawl on out and start making new homes. So,
If they're
Chromie, once the spiders have either retreated or gone forth, and there aren't quite so many moving around, so obviously, what are you doing?
Okay, so you said there were crates in this room?
Crates and some sacks.
Okay, I will proceed to the nearest crate, checking for traps.
The crate seems untrapped. A spider drops on your head, by the way.
Okay, crush it, kill it, whatever.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna bite you for your stone skin. Well, maybe I'll have to check for that. Yeah, this place is infested with Ecroromede. You get the feeling maybe one of those guys has arachnophobia with how much they try to not have people go through this door. Anyways, the crate does not seem trapped.
Okay, open it.
Open it. This crate was empty. Some cobwebs. Ooh, a spider nest, actually. More of them start crawling out.
Okay, close it back.
Alright. You just searching through the various containers, doing what you've done here?
Yes.
Alright. Spiders. Lots of spiders. Some rotten grain in some of those sacks. Are you looking deeply, or just it's like, ah, fuck, this has rotted grain, you're moving
Yeah,
on?
no.
No? Alright.
All right.
I'll give
So,
you that
any other way
perception.
out of this room?
Nope. The spider
Okay.
closet, as the bandits called it. Spider closet.
Okay. Then we will proceed back to room number 2
Okay.
and closing these doors behind us so that as many of those little 8-legged bastards stay in there as possible. And again, moving to the next door, which would be the north
Middle
wall,
north.
middle door, and proceeding with
Yeah.
checking for traps as we go there.
The door does not appear to be trapped. It opens away from the party.
Okay, what do we see beyond?
Alright, you open the door. Your continual light provides enough illumination that you see that this is a hallway of sorts that extends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 70 feet or so deep to a T intersection that goes east and west.
Okay, proceed to the intersection.
Alright, and the party is at this point following behind in formation, I assume?
Yes, sir.
Alright, just making sure. You all start proceeding down there, and as you get to the end of Ecroromede, I assume you're looking left, right, being intelligent about it as you do. So
Yes.
to the left appears to dead end after 30 feet, and to the right it goes right 10 feet and then starts going north. So you can kind of see diagonally actually that north junction then goes 40 feet ahead. And I'm gonna need to get a picture for y'all to describe this best, aren't I?
Probably. And I'm going to go for a couple more drags real quick while you do that.
Alright. Let's just really quickly. Fuck it. Fuck it. Nope. I'm doing this thing to be smart. I'm just gonna be smart about it. Bloop.
Take your time. No rush, man.
Alright. How bad does this look? Alright.
Party is in the lower T intersection. To the right is a dead end. To the right?
So
That's
to the
me
right
left.
of that T intersection, you see that it's just I don't know, a long T. I don't know how to properly describe
Okay, I
it.
see a T intersection, but I thought you said to the left was the dead
My
end
bad.
after
Yeah,
about.
yeah. No, I mixed up left right. Left is dead. As you can see, right curves goes up, and there's opening to the left and to the right of that curve.
Okay,
Good
so
stuff.
let's proceed forward again, me about 10 feet ahead of the rest of the party, and look to the left.
So as you get there, you look to the left. The left extends about 30 more feet and then goes north again.
Okay. Well, move forward a little bit more and look to the right.
And you look to the right, it goes about 20 feet, then dead ends.
Okay. I'll call out to the party, dead end. So we'll go back to that left one that continues.
All right. This does that one or twice more. Do you want me to just get you to the next tour?
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, no, you follow that. It goes north about 40 feet. You take that and it makes a T intersection, left, right. To the right, dead ends after 20 feet. To the left, goes south after going about 30 feet west. You go west 30 feet and look down, and hey, south 30 feet down, then there's a door. Haha. Success. Someone built that thing to be confusing because they're annoying.
Of course, check the door for traps, as I've been checking for traps.
Yeah, I'll just need to quickly
And,
flip open to a page, and I'll be right with y'all.
okay.
Okay. So this is a that, and let's see, that is. Where are they? Armor class. Does this not? It should. Oh, that's right. It's variable. Alright. Should I max them out? I'm just gonna max them out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's more XP, right?
Makes your life simple, makes our XP better. It's a win-win.
Alright. So, Ecroromede, you're checking the door for traps. It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay.
And then
So
you're opening
open it.
it. It opens towards the party.
Okay.
As you open it, the party is going to see a thing. The thing that they're going to see, and this will include you as you open it, is some large frog-like creature. The creature is small, and that is about 4 feet tall, standing upright, which it is bipedally, and it has these big yellow eyes. And the second the light from the lightstone hits the eyes, it's like it reflects off these things. And yeah, the party's going to need to make me a saving throw. Let's start with Xavier. Nice. Right, this would be a saving throw versus wands. I'm going to give you your dexterity adjustment to your saving throw. And yeah, Dave, gonna need your
Yeah,
saving throw.
I'm coming here. So add my dex. Which part do I add?
So your dexterity bonus to armor class can be applied to this. So
Okay, so my total then is 4. Yes, I rolled a 1.
oof, no, not one auto fails. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, Dave, not Dave. Velvin, yes, Dave is in a different universe. Sorry, monster, but your Dave is in a different castle. Ecroromede with a 7. Is that
That's my
after all
die roll.
bonuses?
Okay, I get the scarab, and
Mhm.
I don't know about anything else. I doubt it.
It's not. It is visible, I guess, because it's this reflection of light, but it doesn't do damage. So I'm gonna say no to the armor.
Okay.
Dexterity. I
Not
think you.
anymore.
No, that's a shame. So that brings you to 9. Your magic user save versus rod staff wand is probably still best. That saves. Okay, so Chromie, you're
Oh,
good. You'll manage to yank your eyes away at the last second before this thing blinds you. Velvin, you're blinded. Vasa with a 6. Vasa saves as a thief. Thief's gonna need more than that at that level. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense that Velvin failed.
Oh yeah, no, Velvin, my man.
With
The
my
thing
weak eyes
reflects.
against light.
So this thing's eyes reflect the light of the thing right back at y'all in a very blinding fashion. So, Velvin, for the moment your eyes are like whited out. It's like looking into the sun for you want to scream. And Vasa, likewise, you're essentially blind. It ain't permanent, don't worry. That being said, Ecroromede, you manage to divert your gaze and start looking at this thing's feet. You can see the feet of another one behind it, and I'll need a new.
Sadly, monks don't get their bonus to dexterity for the save.
Even if you had Vasa, that was too low. You needed a lot more.
So I needed higher than a 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actions.
So Vasa is kind of just standing there, covering her eyes, rubbing it, maybe backing off to the side a little bit, but blinded and not gonna do shit when blinded. Okay, Velvinia, draw forth your scimitars and start rubbing your eyes with what exactly?
With like the
Your wrist.
heels of my hand, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
heels of your hand. Okay, you do that. Xavier is here. Let me guide you, and he's grabbing your arm, Vasa, and trying to lead you back so Kuromi can go to work, and Velvin he'll try and get you too.
Yep, I'll try and follow if I
All
can.
right, so Kuromi, it's just you versus the two blind helms. Roll initiative.
Fuck, 1.
Oof. All right, the thing starts forward. That being said, crossbow, you get it up. Roll to hit. Roll to hit.
17 without bonuses, and a 9 without bonuses. I believe I have +3 bolts loaded.
You do. Okay,
I
17
do.
and 9, so 9, 3, 12. 12, you're functionally a 9th level now, aren't you? Or, yeah, 9th.
9th level fighter.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Dice damage twice. And are these poisoned?
they were poisoned, but it's been a day or two.
Alright, what's the poison again? The Astiagos claw venom?
No, I used all that up. This is giant wasp venom.
Alright, I'll give it a saving throw up bonuses.
Okay, 4 and 2 is 6, plus the bonuses for 12 hit points of damage.
12. It
Physical.
rolled a 17 and a 19 on its saves.
Okay.
Okay, that becomes there, and that's 12. Okay, yep. Hurt the first one kind of bad. It lets out some froggy, croaky, yelpy welch and goes forward into the hallway to try and attack you as you stop doing that and go to start casting.
Yep.
Okay. The other one's behind it, and the
Fantastic.
first one tries to attack you and undoubtedly misses as you were 2 feet to the left of where it thought you were. Let me check these things intel. Maybe the other one sees that. I'll have to check intelligence. Nope. Okay, the other one doesn't even get a chance to see that. As the other one's going to try and attack you. You, however, are going to get a chance to dice your damage for the magic missile. You targeting just one, splitting it? Let me know.
Concentrating fire.
On the one you already hit?
Yes.
Alright, dice damage.
Shit. Where are you? 13, 18 hit points of damage.
18 hit points of damage. Because I maxed it out, it's still up. That being said, 18 from that times that needs to system shock. Alright, it makes its system shock and begins fleeing. Let me check the other one. The other one is still going to try and fight. It hasn't been hit. Alright, so A is fleeing, B is still trying to attack. Your party members are still blinded for another 15 rounds. And
Holy hell!
new round 2. Oh yeah, these things are nasty. Alright, draw a sword, attack, attack. Anyone else gonna try and do anything? At this point, Xavier's gotten y'all to back off a bit, and it's like, yeah, he gets that
There's
y'all
nothing
were
I can do. I
blinded.
don't. I would try shooting my bow, but I don't want a chance hitting a Chromede.
In addition to not being able to aim for shit, if you were to
That
try and
that
attack, I
doesn't
would treat
matter.
it as if you were attacking an invisible enemy. You're at minus whatever, and they're at plus whatever. It's just
Yep.
not gonna happen. Anyways, Ecroromede, you don't need to bother dicing initiative. You have more attacks than it does. You may roll the hit.
4
4.
plus 9.
Yeah, oh boy, I wonder if that hits. 4 plus 9 becomes a 13. 13 at 10th you are now?
With the longsword, yes.
Yeah, that hits.
for 13 hit points of damage.
Yep, 13 hit points of damage. That's about what I was expecting. And it gets a chance to attack you. Wow, that might actually hit. It's already faced your displacement, so it knows, if you will, about that. These things are pretty stupid, but at this point it's figured that shit out. It is a monster of this plus that hit dice, which means it's that. It rolled a that. Hot damn, it actually does hit you. Mark off a stone skin. As it tries to bite you, and you just yank your arm out of its mouth.
Duly noted.
And you can dice, roll to hit again.
11 before bonuses.
Yep, dice it.
For 16 hit points of damage.
Nice. 16 plus that. There. Alright. 16. Nope, that's just below its thing because I maxed it out. These both should be dead, but I maxed them. It is trying to flee behind the other one. The other one seems to have gone to this nest thing in the corner of this room, which I can now describe as y'all aren't in combat. Give me a second. Okay, the room is about 40 feet by 40 feet wide. In the southwest corner, there's like a burrow or a nest or something. Southwest being lower left-hand side, and one of them is heading down into this thing. Maybe it's a tunnel because it jumps on in, and the other one's close behind it. At this point, I'll need a Neo. You can get a parting shot if you'd like a Ecroromede on the other one.
Yeah.
Attack. All right. Roll to hit.
10 before bonuses.
Hits.
Max damage 20.
20. Yep, you kill it. All right. A disappears down the hole. B's corpse lies on the ground.
Okay.
Now, Dave, yeah. Velvin, Vasa, you all are gonna start seeing the light turns dark, and you know your vision is coming back just slowly.
Too slowly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, Dungeon Master, inquire to the party if they are their status, because yeah, obviously something went wrong for them.
Yep.
It blinded me, Ecroromede. I still can't see right. I'm starting to come back, but I can hardly see you.
Well, then sit down, rest for a few minutes. Dungeon
Yes,
Master, reloading crossbow. Did A run off with the 2 bolts in it?
It did. God damn it.
Fucker. All right, reload my crossbow, and I'm on Overwatch, waiting for the party to get their vision back.
All right. Well, there are no roaming encounters right now, so after about 10 or so minutes, the party does get its vision back, those of you that were blinded. Those things are fun. Very nasty. I should actually put you all there.
Okay. Once they've got their sight back, and none of them got injured. So let's follow A down its tunnel.
All right.
How small is this tunnel?
The tunnel is going to be about 4 or so feet tall at most, probably closer to 3 or 2.
If it's 2 feet, I don't know if we should go crawling in there.
It's got 2 of my magic bolts in it.
At a pretty sad disadvantage crawling through a tunnel where we can't wield our weapons. I guess you have the magic, but what if the tunnels collapse on us from a spell?
Then you 2 stay here and guard Xavier while I go, now that you can see again.
Right.
Will do.
Alright, so I have the main party over there in Ecroromede quickly going off heroically to chase this thing down.
God damn it, it's got my magic bolts.
It does.
Back.
Here, I'll give it that percent chance that it went to a bolt hole, and that percent chance it tried to flee. Ecroromede, you're in luck. It didn't have much to go with. It is down there, and it's kind of hard to get to, but it went to basically the bolt hole that it dug out a while earlier. There's other tunnels dug around under here. Most of them have collapsed at one point or another, but I haven't charted this. You know, there's nothing to explore here, but you should be able to stab at it or breathe fire at it one way or another. What would you like to do?
You know what? Close, cramped in quarters. I'm just going to shoot it twice more.
Alright. These are normal bolts?
No, these are also plus 3 volts.
Alright, the odds of you missing are basically nil. Check for fumble.
Not a fumble. Not a fumble.
Alright, hit, kill. It had 4 hit points left.
Okay. Recover magic crossbow bolts,
Right.
all 4 of them.
4 standard saving throws. Now, given how they're plus 3 bolts, that means they only fail on a 1. Magic
Damn it,
item.
one of them broke.
Aww. Hey, I did it legit there. Magic items, just because they're magical, have +2 to their saving throws, and then for every plus they have above first, that's another. So +3 is +4 from that, or my bad, it's actually 1 for each. So +2 from being magic, and then +3 for the enchantment means that literally only on a 1.
Okay, so yeah, Dungeon Master with my 3 bolts. Damn it, I lost one. I will come back out of the hole, reload the crossbow, and all right, party. Let's see. Are there any other doors or directions to travel from this room, Dungeon Master?
There's a door to the east, and there's the door to the north that you entered from.
Okay, let's try the door to the east again. Traps.
Right. You do not detect traps. It opens up into a section that does a couple more of those fun dead ends and shit. Obviously, whatever this section was built for, it was meant to be labyrinthian, but there are sections that have undoubtedly collapsed. Like, there might be a passage here, but that's long since fallen into disarray.
Okay, obviously talk with Xavier about this. That yes, we're not an excavation crew. So.
No. If he can't find a way to what he's looking for via the existing passageways, then he can hire an excavation crew, maybe, and that's a big job. But we'll see if we can get it without having to dig too much. Anyways,
Right.
at the end of a passage, which I can describe later, you all open up into a 30 by 30 room. It's not trapped, and in the corner there is another one of those nest-looking things that the blind helms might have used, and in the nest is silver coins.
Ah, yes.
Again, Grills, it's not because silver is the only treasure type in these dungeons. That's just what I rolled for these things.
Just what you've been rolling.
Yep.
Okay, Dungeon Master. We talking hundreds, thousands, what?
A couple thousand.
Okay. Let's see.
No, not a million silver.
Still, a couple thousand is a lot. A lot of weight.
That is about 200 or so pounds of silver, give or take.
Okay, so I should be able to bag of holding that without any stress.
Yep. Your bag's mostly
Alright.
empty at this point, right?
Yeah, mostly.
And it holds like what, 10,000 gold pieces worth, or 10,000 coins worth, roughly.
Something like that.
So yeah, for now, good, but we'll have to look it up in a minute. And by a minute, I mean right now, of course. Bag of holding.
Did you say you're putting all that into a magical bag?
Yep.
Yeah, Velvin. He gets
Velvin
this.
watches and he's just fucking amazed as he watches you put all that in there.
He gets this bag out and he starts putting the coin into it. And after a certain point, he's like digging his whole arm through it. And, yeah.
And even after he puts 200 pounds worth of coins in it, he picks it up and straps it onto his belt.
Now your thing weighs 35 pounds at all times, right? Yeah. So you have
Right. It can hold 1,000 pounds worth of stuff.
one of the decent
got it
quality
broke down
ones.
So, just gonna let y'all know.
Mhm.
I have a massive fucking storm like coming over my house. So if I lose like service or connection and like just leave for some reason, that's probably why. It's still-
Well, Dom, I'm
it's
sorry, but inclement weather is not a viable excuse. You must astrally project yourself to my table.
I can try, but it's unlikely.
Alright.
Dude, y'all know you
I have a stuff slot. I don't have those yet.
Dom, you realize while you were telling us about the storm, you stopped and said, It seems like you summoned it yourself.
If he wants to strike me down, go for it. I've lived a long
Dom,
life.
make sure you've got a flashlight nearby in case the power goes out.
That's the plan.
Alright. Anyhow, once the party, Ecroromede, puts the coin in the bag, the party is heading on back the way they came to room 2.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, 1 second. Boop. I'm just quickly moving some things around. Give me a moment. Because this gets to go to XP Calc. Blind Helm.
This is the excitement of being a small party. We don't have to worry about the bullshit of Thursday with Mead. Because if he hits a trap, it's oh well, it'll come back in like 2 minutes.
Yep. Alright, so the party retraces its steps until room 2. You don't believe you've missed any corners.
Okay. In that case, we're going to the northwest door. And checking
Okay.
for traps.
Check for traps. You do not detect any traps. The door opens to the north, away from the party. It opens to the right-hand side. And this becomes clearly apparent why, because as y'all, as you poke your head into Ecroromede, this opens into a passage that runs east to west. I will just get you a little screenshot thing here to make life easier for you.
Okay.
Helps with the description if I can just show you the map. Anyway, so yeah, that door opens to the right-hand side, and
Okay.
it extends westward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 90 or so feet to another door.
Okay. We will advance, of course, checking for traps to that door.
Alright, I'm going to need just a second.
Okay. Good, I can get some more nicotine. I don't know,
Yep.
but I'm
Smoke
craving
break.
nicotine a lot tonight. Yeah,
Well, it's
break.
because it's a dungeon.
Watch we like get to the final boss room and there's just like a Forsaken there. That'd be great.
Yes,
That would
powerful
be,
monsters at the end of a dungeon would be cool. Where
wouldn't it?
is... There it is.
But knowing the random generation of monsters, we're gonna get to like the fucking final room, and there's gonna be like a fucking goblin there or some shit.
Oh no, I developed this thing with some intelligent design. Okay. AC there. Should I
Me and
max them out?
Ecromede had a big talk last night.
Oh yeah, what'd you talk about?
A talk about the future and where things are going and where things are going to lead. And one day there's a potential for me and Mead to end up fighting.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Assassins do tend to backstab each other a lot.
No, it's the only thing that'll ever break us up. You know what it is?
Both trying to become the Grandmaster.
Nope. It's if he tries to kill Yelrin because she's a Forsaken Immortal.
That
If we
would be
find out
something.
she's a Forsaken Immortal, that's the one thing that would draw the line because he wants his way.
You'd have to deal with Vasa first.
I would just die. I know. I'm going to defend her, but I would die defending her.
How chivalrous. Really, she should have taken advantage of that, but yeah.
It's hot. It's raining here too.
Probably is raining here too then. Well, if we all suddenly disconnect, we know what happened.
Yep.
Anyways, so Ecroromede, you go over to the door. You don't hear anything from the other side of it. You don't detect any traps. You've got the party standing about 10 or so feet back.
Yes.
Are you opening the door? It opens away from the party.
Yes, opening the door.
All right. You open the door. It opens with a very loud creak noise. Those hinges need to be oiled. And it opens up to a room. The room measures about 60 feet by 60 feet. It's fairly large. To the other side of the room, west, there's a door. And you can kind of see, because of the angle of it, to the north there's like a big door, maybe like 20 or so feet wide. And in the south corner of the room, there isn't a door, but there's like some kind of statue of something. You're not sure what it is, though, because the more interesting facet of this room are the half dozen to dozen naked humanoid figures that suddenly turn to attention as you turn the door open, as you open the door. You've seen ghouls before, Ecroromede, and these ones look very similar to those as they yowl and screech and roan over to attack you. Dice initiative.
Somebody who's in mortal jeopardy should roll it.
I don't think anybody is with you standing in the front. I'm rolling. I got a 5.
All right, 5 accepted.
You are in the most jeopardy.
Well done. Well done. Someone who's in mortal jeopardy should roll it. You evil bastard, you. Alright, I see casting Spirit Fire. Xavier is, of course, going to move on back. You all have enough room to move around here. Dom, you are coming through a little bit muffled. I've got you turned up to compensate, though.
I know. I'm sorry. My phone was in my pocket.
I need to know what everyone else is doing. I've got Ecroromede casting Spirit Fire. Xavier moving back. Velvin and Vasa are...
Okay, actions.
Come on, guys. You're letting me down. We're supposed to be the fast session. I'm joking.
We still are. We still are.
Alright, Well, Vasa, obviously, you don't know about the spell in the sense that Ecroromede's not, hey guys, when I open the door and there's ghouls, I'm going to cast Spirit Fire, but you'll be able to see semantics and you'll know to stay back. Semantics,
I
yes.
was just assuming like, oh hey, weird voice that I don't really know what it means. Spell.
And Kuromide, what's the casting time on Spirit Fire?
5.
5. Ooh. That's fun. Alright, you begin casting. Vasa draws forth her thing, and Velvin is waiting for spell to go off, then running in to fight, but I'm assuming he's moving up, so that has Xavier on the way back, and you two in the diamond up front with the Ecroromede, and Ecroromede's casting. They all are staying back. The ghouls do make it to Ecroromede before you can start doing that, and they begin trying to attack. Due to the size of the passageway, they can't really, all come and attack you. But they are going, and you kind of have to stay there, because moving around while trying to cast would disrupt the components, unless you wish to do so.
No.
So one swings at you but misses, obviously. Another one swings at you but misses, and that's about all that can fit. Another one manages to try and strike from behind at a penalty and doesn't hit itself or anyone else. At this point, that's them. The others are trying to scramble around back there, but they can't fit through, and those other guys are trying to push against you and disrupt you. But yeah, you manage to get Fire God off. Damage is 2 per level of the caster, ain't it?
Spirit Fire.
That's Spirit Fire, right? Oh, Spirit Fire, not Fire God. Brain fart. Alright, in that place, I apologize for that. Spirit Fire, please designate the size that you're going for.
Blanketing the room.
Alright.
And the doorway right in front of
Spirit Fire is spherical in nature, so the corners might be okay, but you don't see any enemies in the corners that you can see. Yeah, you may dice it. It's a d4 per pit die, which means minimum 10. The beefiest of these ghouls has 15 hit points.
8.
They do get to save, but they're mindless and only 2 hit dice, which means they save as first levels. First level versus spells as a fighter.
14, 16, 19.
I'm just going to save them as a group. Nope.
22 hit points.
That's enough. Even those that would have saved for half, there's 3 that could have survived it. 2. They did not save. Well, that one didn't save. That one didn't save. The Spirit Fire obliterates all 10 ghouls. We've described it before. I don't think anyone needs the description of the TV static overtaking all of these things.
Nope.
Alright. Xavier pokes his head up and is like, all good?
Just ghouls. Moving forward into the room, Dungeon Master.
I thought it was Fire God again.
It's alright.
Anyhow, so yeah. There's a statue. The ceiling in this room is taller than the standard 10-foot tall ceiling that y'all are probably anticipating. This one's maybe 20 to 30 feet and kind of arched in the middle. So at the south end, there's this sort of statue thing. It is a statue of some... Ecroromede, you can give me an intel check. Everyone else, I'll try and describe it.
Made it by 1.
It's some figure, obviously a cruel, wicked, demonic one, given the apparent cruelty in its face. It has the head of a bull, 2 horns. It has the body of a man, large bat wings on either side of it. It has, instead of hooves like you might be thinking for Orcus, it has, bare feet? I don't know, something clawed. And obviously the statue's made of stone. It's hard to tell for sure, but the creature looks like it's poised to roar. In its right hand, it's holding a very long trident. And Ecroromede, it bears a striking resemblance to a certain Zod.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, it's got this not needle-like, this tail with the ending in some cruel-looking spike thing. Yeah, you've seen something like this before. The proportions are even pretty close.
Okay. So, Xavier, are you familiar with anything like this? For what we're looking for?
Xavier will take a look at it. His immediate response is no, but let me check my notes. Maybe it's relevant. They did mention something about statues, but this looks too new. And he'll go into a small, just give me 5 minutes to look through my book and check a few sources, and at the end of it, he'll conclude, yeah, no, I'm not certain what this is about. It appears to be, hold on, Junior talking. Yeah.
Oh, guys, I need to take a short break here. Junior needs my help with the thing.
I'll type the thing
No
in
problem.
character. Okay. This is 2. No, period.
Excuse me.
Perhaps of
Double M question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Vasa has seen Zod before,
Vasa, you have not.
because I know the party encountered him once, but I don't believe that was when Vasa was with the party. I think that was when Dorez was, though. But just so I'm clear, this is the dude that wanted Umbra's sword.
No, he wanted his sword. Umber was holding it.
Umbra was holding it, but he was the one that came to the party for the sword, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Just so I have a clear picture of what this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zod like the avatar of Zarbod? Because, like...
Well, are you asking as a player or a dungeon master or what?
Out of character, because we've had, like, one-shots with him in it. We've had just normal sessions with it in and out in it, and I'm curious now.
Find out in session. The doors to the north are more ornate. Carved patterns of what look like. What would it look like? Skulls.
All right. Sorry about that, guys.
Alright. Well, that was just enough time for me to type up what I'm just going to say to you. Xavier says that this is 2 now. It appears to be a statue, perhaps of religious significance, possibly for some demonic cult, given what it is. He guesses it's about 800 or so years old, but he is by no means an expert. And the room itself I've given the layout for, as well as the description of the doors to the north being ornate, carved, and so forth. They're fancier than the other doors. These doors are made of stone, the north doors.
Okay. Hang, let's go check out the door to the west first.
Okay. Very well.
So,
All right.
Dungeon Master again, checking for traps.
All right. The door does not appear trapped, as do none of the places along the side. One sec, gotta scroll over to there. Okay. You open the door. It goes to a hallway that continues to the west for about 70 to 80 feet, and then leads to another door.
Okay.
This place has a lot of doors.
Oh yeah, you would not believe the number of rooms this place has. There's a reason why I had to logic it out into about 4 or 5 different people have built a dungeon onto this dungeon. Anyways.
I think probably those ornate doors to the north would be more profitable at this time. So we'll close this door and go to the doors to the north that are made of stone.
Alright, you go to the doors to the north that are made of stone. They open towards the party.
Okay, again, checking for traps.
Now, they're a bit heavy. You might have to... Ecroromede, you've got decent strength from the gauntlets in terms of hitting power. I don't know if that really applies to arm strength. Regardless, with enough of you there, you should be able to open one of them enough to slip through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the gauntlets are all around make me strong kind of shit.
I wasn't certain if it was just applicable to hit bonuses and so forth.
No, it's good. Carry weight, lift weight, everything.
I'll have to check the DMG to be sure. Okay, it reveals that, basically. The red line at the bottom is the red line at the top of 10.
Okay, again, checking for traps and moving forward.
Alright, is the party sticking center, left, right? You've got room here to maneuver, obviously.
I'm staying center, but again, the party should be hanging back about 10 feet.
Right. Ecroromede, about 10 feet or so in, you do detect that there is a pressure plate on the tile to the second from the bottom left.
Okay. Let me see what I've got, if I've got anything handy to mark that with.
Dungeon
Party,
Master, I'm gonna
anybody got anything we can mark this tile with? It's trapped. It's a pressure plate.
Dungeon
I have
Master will
nothing,
pull
good
out.
sir. No kind of marking utensil.
Alright, hold on a sec, guys.
will-
Dom?
I will pull out a piece of chalk, and I will mark the pressure plate.
Alright, and you're basically marking a circle around it type of deal. Yeah, the pressure plate is marked.
Okay, then we will avoid that and continue as
Alright,
we were.
what's your find traps again?
Mine is 50.
50, okay. Well, sadly, Ecroromede, you found that one, but not the other one. You have that heart lurch into chest moment as you step on a thing, and shink from the wall to your right-hand side. Several spikes poke outwards about 7 or so feet, but being as you're sticking center, they don't actually reach enough to hit you.
Okay.
This would be at the second to last tile from the top on the right-hand side.
Okay, Vasa, if you would mind with your chalk again, and I'll indicate the pressure plate I found.
Monster Manual 1.
Marking the tile again.
Wait, that can't be right. Hold up a second.
Did you find an oopsie from the monster manual?
No, I'm in the wrong book and wrong page. I misread the thing. I should have realized that was wrong, but yeah. Okay, I need just one. No, not the Tarrasque. Maybe later.
Yes, the Tarrasque.
No, not the Tarrasque.
But the Tarrasque is fun to fight.
I don't think he'd fit in here, would he?
No, he wouldn't. Okay, I have that written down as a there instead of there. Just a moment. I need to do some rolls real quick.
Yeah, Party, when you start throwing around the word Tarrasque, it's important you know your limitations, okay?
Oh yeah, I know that thing can only technically truly die to the fucking wish spell, but... And even then, I don't even think it truly dies when you wish it out of existence.
And isn't it a unique monster? Like there's only one Tarrasque?
Yeah.
Yep. Someone like permanently put it in the reduce spell, then decided to put it in this dungeon for some reason.
That's hilarious.
I debated on doing that to my party because they were being dumbasses, and they were testing their pushing their luck.
I apologize. This thing has some stuff. I read it earlier. I'm just quickly reading up on it. Ecroromede knows what this is, though.
I feel like this is a Bodak.
Yeah, why would a Bodak be down here? Keep in mind, making this stuff is fun, because you have to think in mind, what is this doing here? How did this get here? Those blind helms didn't just live in a room with no exits. They had to make tunnels to get in and out, and they made a little den there, as you could see. Okay. Do. I guess that's it, because I'm not seeing the other thing, which is weird. There we go. Alright, so, Ecroromede, you're opening that door of help of the party. It opens towards the party, this one.
Okay.
You creak the thing open and look inside. The room is about 40 feet by 40 feet. It's kind of funky, the layout, so I will help you all by sending a thing. Again, up and down connect properly here. What's interesting about this room is there appear to be 3 stone statues. They're vaguely humanoid. They stand at about, one sec. Hold up. Where is that? Alright, I'm going to say 8.5 or so feet tall. One's in the center north, one's center east, one's center west.
Okay. What are they statues of?
They humanoids. Hard to say for sure. It's got arms, legs, a head, a body. It appears to be carved from stone.
Okay.
For purposes... Let me check. Alright, so the 2 to the east and west are closer to the size of men. That one in the back, however, is large for sure. Like, that stands... Words. Okay. The one in the back is 8.5. The other 2 are like 6.5 or so. There. Brain fart.
Okay.
So what does the party wish to do as they gaze upon this room from the safety of the hallway?
All right. Again, I'll take point and I'll head to the first door on the east.
And we will stay back that usual 10 feet.
Yep, give me a second. All right. So Chromate, as you enter the room, like both feet set on the floor, you begin moving to the door to the east. You said
Correct.
upper or lower?
Closest.
Closer, that'd be
Lower.
lower. So as you start walking in, the party's stand back a little bit. The statues straighten up and begin moving towards you. Clunk, clunk, crash into Chromate. You have the sudden realization this is just like Smasher. Neil.
Yeah. Let's see here. What do I want to use on these?
They're made of stone.
They appear to be made of stone. Clunk, clunk. They actually have decent movement speed. Not quite as good as a normal human, but
Ecroromede, back to the door.
Yeah, I think so.
alright. You are doing what?
We're gonna fall back through the doorway and allowing Ecroromede to come as well.
Fall back through door. Okay. Well, give me an initiative roll. Let's see if they reach you before you get to the door.
5.
5. Okay. With that, movement rate, the party scampers on through the door. Xavier obviously held back a bit and was the first one through it. And yeah, Chromede, you're the last one there. The door is still ajar, and you see that as you leave the room, the stone guardians stop. And after a few seconds, begin returning to their posts.
What
Clunk,
the?
clunk, clunk.
Boromir, do you have any way to dispel the magics upon them?
I'm sure they are permanently enchanted. I could suppress them temporarily, but that wouldn't be long enough to do much.
I don't think my scimitars or my arrows are going to do much against men made of stone.
Oh, magic weapons would hurt them, I'm sure, but... By the way, Dungeon Master, does Dave still have strength on him from the spell?
Dave's in another universe, but Velvin does not at this time.
Oh, yeah,
No.
Bill.
No, Velvin does not.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take 10 minutes and let me rectify that situation.
Casting, you can dice it.
For 4.
So 17, so that'll be 1830.
All right. Well, we need to get past these things. Dungeon Master, you said these doors opened away from us, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that works. These are heavy stone doors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so just in case this goes sideways on us, or more specifically, not sideways. Yeah, Dungeon Master, I'll get close enough that I can see into the room.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the party is 10 feet back, and I'm going to go for that forked bolt of lightning with the starting point behind the one on the west and going towards the one on the east and catching the one to the north as well.
Alright, forked lightning has a thing where it's that wide when you fork it. Okay, now you understand that because of how it bounces, there's a chance it might bounce through that nice opening you've left and hit you.
Yeah, I doubt that. They tend to bounce perpendicularly.
Mm-hmm. This is true. Alright, so that's what you're trying to do to there. You begin casting.
Yep.
Xavier, stands back as per your instructions and Casting. The golems don't seem to be doing anything, and finish casting. Dice damage.
All right, we got 10, 14, 23, 27 hit points of damage.
Nice, 27. The bolt strikes against the thing and goes zapping through, and the room is alight with electricity. 27. They all failed their saves. Not that they really should have gotten them. They're just standing there. Anyways, so 27 and then half again on the rebound. That thing said they take half, as you know, since you know what Smasher is. So 27, half of that becomes there,
13.
there, 13, and then half of that, normally 12, 6, but I'll round it to 7 since we round it down for a total of 20. Yeah, they're sizzly. That being said, all
Okay.
3 of them still seem to be standing, albeit in more blasted and blackened forms.
Okay. That did not quite finish them. So, party, y'all may want to get back towards the other end of this corridor.
Okay.
So, party, what are you doing?
Moving back to the end of the corridor where he asked us to.
Yep.
You passed your
So
hidden
then-
intel check to avoid the spike traps, which you marked. It's the small things, guys. In combat circumstances specifically, but this one, yeah. Anyhow,
Yep, for sure.
Ecroromede.
If I would have stepped
Fireball?
on it, I wouldn't have blamed you.
Yeah. So
You realize
cracking
you're
the
probably
door,
going to catch yourself, right?
and that's why I'm gonna have to, as soon as I release the thing, haul ass as fast as I can away from it, avoiding the spike traps.
Okay. You begin casting. The creatures do not respond, of course. You may dice damage as you make that thing throw it and then immediately begin turning.
Let's see. 9, 11, 20, 25. 29 hit points of damage.
Nice. Alright, that definitely kills 2 of them. Now, Chromid, you are going to be hit by that as well, but you get a saving throw.
17
Alright, you
and fire
save.
resistance.
So yes, 17 and fire resistance. Let me double check the ring of fire resistance. Ring of fire resistance, because there is a procedure for this one. Ring of swimming, ring of warmth, spell turning. Okay. Okay, immune to normal fires. Blah. Large and hot fires, molten lava, demon immolation, hellhound breath, a wall of fire spell will cost 10 hit points per round, 1 per segment, if the wearer is directly within such conflagration. Exceptionally hot fires such as red dragon breath, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, are saved at +4. All damage dice are calculated at -2 per die, but each die is never less than 1 in any event. Do you still have those dice up?
I have got them still in their little shaky
So,
thing.
yeah, go ahead, look at them, subtract 2 from each one, calculate the damage, divide by half, you get the gist. You saved for half and you're at that, so there you go.
Yeah, there was 1 5 in the whole batch. So that's a 3. Oh, there's a 4. That's a 2.
Mhm.
Everything else becomes a 1.
Alright.
So
For 10.
3, 2, and 8, 13. And I saved for half is 6.
That's 6 points of damage to you. I'll keep track of this at this time. Give me just a second to fiddle around on my phone, and there you go. That is how you survive a self-centered fireball.
And Dungeon Master, I will bind my wounds.
Yep, alright. 1 hit point restored. Boy, that's a sentence I haven't heard a Coromede say in a long time. Alright, now in terms of damage, 2 of the things they stop standing and they just kind of crumple, the east and west one. The north one, however, is still up.
Right.
It's blasted, it's burned, it's like in shitty condition, obviously.
Y'all ready to get your hands dirty?
Let's do this. I pull out my magic dagger because Chromede already told me that he thinks magic weapons should be able to hurt it.
All right. Sword out, shield out.
Right, 1
I
second here.
don't expect Xavier to fight.
He'll offer to stay back in the hallway if y'all want.
Yes, that would be best.
Alright, I'll cover the rear. Anyways, y'all move on in. The other 2, of course, being more crumpled rock at this point than Stone Guardian are in no condition to fight, and that last one moves forward. Dice initiative, party.
Dom, it's your turn.
Oh, it's Dom's turn? Okay.
You don't know yet. Gotta ask. Don't talk too loud.
3.
Just don't yell.
Okay. Ecroromede, you move on up. It does have initiative. It goes to try and strike you and misses because displacement. You may roll to hit.
Okay. Shit.
That is percentage.
31.
That's like a miss off balance penalty of blah 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 blah. 31. Oof. Miss off balance penalty of 6 to AC. No dex bonus to AC. Forfeit next attack. Okay. So that's Ecroromede for the round. We still have Vasa, who had the +2 axe and Falchion to parry, but I assume you're attacking with that +2 axe, Vasa?
Yep.
You may roll to hit.
That's a 17. 8th level thief.
Hits, dice damage.
What the heck?
Now this is
And
an edged weapon. How much?
Dex large is a D6. This is the large one, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oops.
For 13 points of damage.
Nice. 13.
Oh.
Impressive. Realistically, the anatomy bonus shouldn't apply here. This thing doesn't have an anatomy for you to exploit, but I'm going to give it to you. Crunch, crumble, it had 3 hit points, it's dead.
It doesn't matter whether you gave it the anatomy bonus or not.
Well, no, because it gets 1/4 from edged weapons normally. I don't
Oh.
know if that's normal or magical or not, but consider the magic bonus should still apply regardless, and at least 1 point of damage. Come on. It's dead.
Okay.
Alright, the 3 Stone Guardians are defeated. GG, party.
Thank you. I did so much work. Put my dagger back away.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, Vasa does outpace you on foot, so she got there with a Ecroromede.
Yep.
Right, Xavier was watching from the doorway and slowly creeps in with y'all.
Okay. At this point, I think we should go to that door that I was trying to get to the first time.
Bottom left-hand corner.
Bottom right-hand corner.
Right, 1 second, please. Bottom right-hand corner. Duly noted. Alright. Where is that? There we go. Okay. Party, I think I can yada yada a little bit of this here. Would you like me to yada yada a bit of it, or do you want to play it out?
No, you can yada yada.
Okay. So the room layout is fun. It looks like this.
You're supposed to look at it.
The reason each of those rooms is called Room 13 is because they're all very much similar to each other, in that each of them contains various urns of different sizes. The urns Xavier recognizes as some ceremonial urn, not worth a whole lot of money, but try not to break them. It is historical. Obviously, y'all are going to be like, ooh, let's search the urns and find the skeletons inside, but various urns are either empty or have copper in them.
Okay. Be thorough. Make sure that that's all that's in there is the copper.
Chromate, are you putting the copper in your bag of holding?
No.
Alright. Well, what are y'all doing with the copper then?
After we're sure that's all that's in the urns, we're leaving the copper in the urns.
Alright, so...
He's not wrong.
Alright, you're like putting it from one to the other, one to the other?
Well, reach a hand down in there and sift around and see if there's anything else in there other than coin.
Alright. This still takes a while. There's a number of urns, but yeah, being gentle and not kicking any or tilting them on their side, you're fine. Yeah, there's several thousand copper in 61 different urns.
Okay, well,
Yeah. Ecroromede, during this time, you get those hit points back. This takes a bit
no, I
to do.
don't.
No?
Fire damage.
Fuck, you're right. Ecroromede, 10 XP for integrity there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady so. It's just that easy.
So, once the party has sifted through the copper and determined it was just copper.
Exactly.
Okay.
Beat it, gore.
All right. So
doing
we
what
need to
Brady-
backtrack to room 10, I believe it was, where we had a
Oh,
passage
I'm not
to the
farming
west that we did not explore yet.
Yep.
Brady.
Okay. We're going that way.
Playing a map, I
Party
gotta
goes
say,
that
so-
way, through that hallway, past the marked traps, through the big doors again, and is in room 10.
I just say he's bad because I'm a.
Okay. From 10, we go west, and there was a long hallway there with a door at the other end, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, as before, you search for traps and go through. That hallway is clear of traps. The door is clear of traps. It opens towards you.
Okay.
You pull open the door. The next
Yes.
room is 30 feet by 30 feet or so. There's some pillars in the corners, and if you look up towards the roof, it kind of forms an archway. There's a door to the south. I will put a picture of it for you all to observe.
Okay. Oh, pardon me. Again, checking for traps as we go and peering around these pillars for any hidden surprises.
Ecroromede, you detect traps. There are some pressure plates on the floor, and as you look around, you recognize all four corners have them, in fact.
Okay. Again, get Vasa with her chalk to mark these pressure plates so that we don't step on them.
Okay. As far as around the pillars and such, that's where the pressure plates are. You're not sure what they're hooked up to or what it does, but you detect them. You don't
Okay.
detect anything else of note in the room.
All right. Then, yes, going to that door on the southern wall.
You open up the door. It opens to a. Again, I'm rolling for detect traps when there are traps around. So if I speed things along, then you just didn't have traps in several sections. Anyways, it opens southward to a passage about 50 feet wide that then curves over to the east. You follow it, and you look to the east. That's a section of passage that goes for about 70 feet and then goes north. But halfway through it, it goes south. And if that description confuses you at all, then I direct you to a thingy.
If that description didn't confuse you, here's a picture to confuse you real good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yes, we will take the southern passage.
Right. The southern passage goes for about 20 feet, then it reaches a door. This is a wooden door, mind you.
Once again, check for traps still. You know, that's a constant here. And open the door.
Well, before you open the door, I will alert you to the fact that you hear some noises from the other side of it. Give me just a second to pull up the right thing. That's page... Damn it, I forgot to write down the book. I know they're monster manual too. Give me a second, it should only take a moment to find.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some chirping noise. Sounds like insect chittering or something. The door does have a window, and I assume you're gonna look through it. And I was getting to that description, but you started talking, so I let you. Anyhow,
Okay.
so through the window you can see several large cricket things over by what appears to be a pool of water.
Cricket things.
How large is large?
Yeah, how big are these cricket things?
And in terms of size, they are either small to man-sized, so figure about 5 to 6 feet long. They would stand, they've got the big back legs that kind of rear up maybe 3 feet off the ground before bending back down.
Yeah, are these like the ones that I saw in the desert?
No, these are not pernicorns, but
Okay.
They look like this, and now Ecroromede, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Yeah, they appear to have started chittering in response to that light or something.
All right. Go ahead and open the door.
Right, you
Sword
open the
in
door.
hand. Sword and shield.
Sword
When
in
I see
hand.
him pull his sword and shield, I pull my scimitars.
Alright, you draw forth your scimitars. Several of the crickets leap back away from the door and such. The room I will describe in a moment. As far as the crickets, there's like a half dozen of them in here with you, a couple of them clinging to the walls and such. There's some smaller, more garden variety crickets there. And there's this pool of water, and this is a terrible description here, but you see that blue line? That represents the shoreline of what might be an underwater, like, river, pool, something or other. Yeah.
Okay.
So those things are on the land section, which is the left-hand side, of course.
Okay. Anyone need to fill up their canteens, their water skins?
I'm good right now. My water skin is still full.
The crickets are making a fuck ton of noise. It's getting hard to hear each other.
Okay. Since the water's right there by the doorway that we came in, I'm going to, as long as these things aren't attacking, I'm gonna scoop up a handful of water.
Alright, you scoop up a handful of water. It's getting hard to hear yourself think. They're just chirping to each other over and over.
Okay. Smell the water.
It smells like water. Or whatever your hand smells like.
Well, I was checking for magic.
Yeah.
All right, then let's move over to the door on the western wall.
There's a cricket over there. You can disturb the cricket, wait for it to move, just go towards it and hope it hops away.
Don't get too close, but yeah, go towards it and see if it'll hop away.
Oh, it hops away and incidentally goes towards you. It does miss, though.
Okay.
But, like, yeah, no, these things and you are too many people in such a small space. You're not even sure how the hell these things got in here. Did they swim? Do crickets swim? You're not sure, but
Not
these,
very well.
These ones, they must have gotten in here somehow.
Okay. Check the door for traps.
Right, the door does not appear to be trapped.
Okay, open it up.
Right, you open it up. And, again, guys, at this point, communication is impossible, at least verbally. Ecroromede, you could try to crystal ball. You'd have to make a wisdom check with all that damn racket going on. You know how these things are. They're loud as fuck. That opens up into this hallway here. It extends forward about 100 or so feet before going north and south.
Okay. Head towards that intersection.
Alright. Looking to the south, you can see it goes south for... And mind you, the noise recedes after y'all are this far out. And it's like, oh, thank God I can hear again. Xavier does mention he's surprised you didn't just butcher your way through those things. Anyways, so this leads to a fun little section that I'm going to do for you here. And the party is coming in from the lower left-hand side entryway to line things up for yous. Not left hand, right hand.
Okay. Let's go check out to the west.
Right. Now, to the north, obviously, is a door, hence why it's red. The gray things are just when the paint I had to paint over black with gray. Anyways, you're going to the west, so you're going down south too, and then to the west.
Correct.
Alright, that leads to a passage about another 100 or so feet long, advancing time. Okay. Give me a second to scroll to the right room. Alright. Let me check these things really quickly to see if they make discernible noise. Also, just some habits and such of them, make sure I'm doing them proper justice. They must not be here. There we go. Alright, let me do that to determine what these things are doing. What's their intelligence? Yeah. Alright. Now, Ecroromede, you can hear some breathing noise by the door as you're over there.
Okay.
Some large creature breathing on the other side of it. It's a solid wood door, no window, this one.
Okay.
So, you doing anything special with that before opening the door?
Okay, so there were no traps, and I hear breathing.
Yep. Oh, give me a second. I need to quickly write this down too. I apologize. I need just a little bit more time than I thought.
Okay, you take a little more time while I go for a couple of drags. But I will whisper to the party that I hear breathing on the other side.
Okay.
Breathing. Do creatures like undead who don't have a heart? I know they don't have a heartbeat, but do they breathe?
Usually not.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering on a DM level. I didn't think so.
In fact, usually those are great guards because you can just set them to guard and they guard.
Yeah,
I'm
even
gonna have to
underwater,
roll these
right?
up. There are underwater versions of certain deads. Huh. 2 to 10. A D9 plus 1 or 2 die 5s? I'm gonna guess 2 die 5.
What's the die 5, die 10 divided?
Yep, D10 divide by 2, round up.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not gonna max these out because they kind of have some hit dice, so. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
No problem. How you doing, Dom? You still with us?
Okay. Breathing.
Yes, we hear breathing on the other side of the door.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Apologies. Well, y'all have cleared through more of this dungeon than the North Party has of the other dungeon in several weeks.
That is good.
So, getting back on track, minimize this. Okay. So yeah, Ecroromede, you whisper to the party that, hey, I hear something breathing on the other side of the door.
Yes. Does this door open towards us or away from us?
Away from you. It opens to the left-hand side.
Okay. Look at the party, make sure they've got their weapons ready or whatever.
Weapons at the ready. Are we charging in?
No, we're not.
Okay.
There's a shuffling noise from the other side of the door. Big shuffling.
Cover the light.
Xavier covers the light. The party is plunged into darkness.
Beautiful.
All right. Try to ease the door open quietly.
Alright, you attempt to ease the door open quietly. The door opens fairly quietly. So, the inside of this room, I'm just going to send a quick screenshot of it because you all will see it sooner or later. So it looks like that. Of course, the thing of interest would be the three large figures, each standing about 8 or so feet tall and 5 or so feet wide, that were waiting by the door. And one of them grabs at you, Ecroromede, but misses. Anyways, at this point, it's a new party can dice initiative. Actions, new.
Okay, how many are there?
3. Obviously, they can't all fit through the doorway, so 2 are flanking the one behind. These are large creatures. They are bipedal. They have arms, obviously. They have these weird crab-like heads with these big pincer things, and you all can see, for those of you with infravision, which does not include you, Vasa, or you, Xavier. Yeah, Vasa, you're blind. They have 4 beady red eyes, 2 of them on the normal spots, and 2 that seem to be more central to their big gaping maws. And they've got these big, powerful mandibles. Okay, Okay, yeah. Now, Vasa, you and Xavier are staying back right now. Xavier is tightly clutching that stone, that coin. Alright, I got attack with shocking grasp, draw a bow, bow, and attack. Okay, I'm going to assume combat brings the two of you into the room for the duration of this. You all have infravision that can adjust, but the other half of the party does not. These creatures, unfortunately, also have infravision. So, the party moves on forward. And initiative is died, cast, word. Yeah.
Roll for initiative.
Yep, sorry. Mostly
6.
unneeded. These are multi-attackers. Alright, 6. Party does have initiative. Ecroromede, you go to attack, and this thing being multi-attacker does swing at you but misses. Ecroromede, you may return fire. As you lead the way into the room, Velvin, you follow from behind. One of them is going to try and attack you in melee, Velvin. That's going to become a problem with missile fire.
Fuck. 48.
48 on the fumble. Wow. Miss, off balance, dexterity check or fall to the ground.
And there's when I get the goddamn 18. Fuck me running sideways.
Oof. Now, okay, normally it should be stunned for 5 to 50 segments. You have a stone skin, however. Would that negate this?
I think so.
I agree. So mark off a stone skin. You are not stunned. You do, however, fall to the ground. This is going to affect if you
Can
had
I
a
adjust
dexterity.
my action
Yes, you may.
because of that? Okay.
God damn it.
On the plus side, that's 200 XP occurring. I know, right?
Yeah.
Could be worse. Okay. Obviously, Velvin, that's going to disrupt your thing a bit. You will get only one attack with your scimitars this round.
Yep, understood.
Anyhow. So you've got the 3 of them, the 2 of yous. Chromie didn't have much of a dexterity bonus to your armor class as it stands, so that doesn't hurt you too much being on the ground. That being said, the rest of the round is you getting back on your feet and moving around. You've lost your second attack. Alright, so one tries to swing at you and misses, and Velvin, one tries to swing at you and misses. They've been rolling low single digits. Good for you.
Wonderful.
And let me just check. A monster of that plus that hit dice. Yeah, no, it needs more than a 2 to hit you. Anyways, that brings the monster's first attacks to a done. Dave, you still got one. Ecroromede, you got none. So, Dave, you can swing at one of the 3 if you'd like. I've got Vasa and Ecroromede back over there.
Yep, the one that is closest to Ecroromede, obviously. I'm trying to defend him.
Alright, you may roll to hit.
Just doing all my calculations. I have a +1 to attack from my strength, even with the spell. So that's a 12. Yep, so 12 at 4th.
Alright, 12 at 4th. I think this music might deserve something better than just the creepy. 12 at 4th. I'm going to check that in just a second. I just need to hold that there. Skip. Okay. Fighter, 4th, 12. Armor class there. These things, armor class there. Miss. And they will get the remainder of their attacks. Oof. The Ecroromede, mark off another stone skin. You were just critted. Velvin, one of them is going to hit you.
Okay, I have stone skins.
Mark it off. The first one.
Yep.
The third one appears to be peeling off and going towards Vasa and Xavier's position. As, these 2 on you, that one on that, and they have enough intelligence to split. So yeah, Vasa, you're going to hear noise of thunk, 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 and barely in the dark you can perceive these red, beady eyes coming closer. That being said, you're effectively blind, and Xavier's like, guys, I'm going to have to turn on the light in a minute!
Turn it on if he has to.
Anyways, moving forward, final attacks for the monsters. That's a miss. And that's a 12. I need to see if Velvin can be hit by a 12. Velvin, what's your armor class?
My armor class is 3.
Yeah, they can hit a 0 with a 12, so that's a hit. And this is that fun one. 3 and 1. 4 points of damage. Or except
Okay.
Stone Skin. Yeah, it's Stone Skin, as you
Yep,
said.
stone skin. Yep, I have another stone skin. Got one left.
Okay, so that concludes the monsters for the round. Yeah, Vasa, are you encouraging Xavier to let go of that light coin, so you can see?
If he wants to, he can. I'm just going for sound.
You're gonna go for sound. Okay, so I'm gonna put a new round 2 in. Ecroromede, you've regained your footing. You are no longer stumbled, obviously. Xavier, I'm gonna give you that % chance of not dropping it. Yeah, okay, Xavier's dropping it. This is gonna affect everyone for a minute. Good news is it's gonna affect the monsters equally, so for the sake of simplicity, melee resumes as normal after a brief pause for everyone because of light! Sound good?
Yep.
Right, this will also give me a chance to describe the creatures while you all put in your actions, which I know is already done, but they are, as I mentioned, about 8 feet tall and 5 feet wide, large for purposes of damage. They are black in color. They have this chitinous hide. They've got some yellowish-gray shading on the front and their underbellies and shit. Ecroromede has guessed it correctly. They got kind of gray heads and these 4 eyes, and we'll come back to that. And they're fun. Attack, same one as me. Attack, open-handed strikes. Okay, Voss, I'll need to check something really quickly with you. Okay, Voss, so what level are you? 8th?
Yep, 8th level monk.
Duly noted. Okay.
We hit in mid-level.
Okay, so, initiative party.
I rolled last time.
I got it. 1. Yep.
Hey, good news, they rolled a 1 too, so strikes are simultaneous here. Okay, so, attack with shotgun grass, attack, open hand, attack, same one as Mead. Okay, Ecroromede, you've got 2 there, one with, you and Velkin, and Velkin's there with you. Damn it, I got the wrong thing up. Alright, you may roll to hit Ecroromede, and Velvin, you may roll to hit as well.
Okay.
13 before bonuses.
13 before bonuses should hit dice damage.
They're large?
They are large.
Okay.
I missed. I rolled a 2.
Alright, Velvin, that is a miss, yes.
16 from the sword, 15 from the shock.
16 and 15, and these things don't have any special resistances, so 15 would be 30. That's 31 points of damage in one goddamn strike. Very nice. I'm gonna have to check its system shock. Okay, it does pass the system shock.
Did anybody else hear Double M say felon, not Velvin?
Alright, morale will be checked momentarily. But you know what, let me just get that out of the way. Huh. Balls of steel on this one. Alright. Now, it was striking at you, Ecroromede. It rolled a 14. I need to check its attack versus your armor class. It's a that. It rolled a 14. You are effectively armor class there these days because you're not using your shield right now.
Yes, I am.
So, you are?
Yeah, I'm using my sword and shield.
Oh, I must have missed the part where you mentioned that. Alright,
You
hold
said
on.
that when you entered the room. Yep.
Then I missed it. I apologize. Oh shit, my bad. That's enough just to hit you. I thought it was +2. Brain fart. Alright. Yeah, that does hit. Mark off a stone skin. Okay. So that is that thing's first attack. The other one is attacking Velvin. It misses. It needs more than a 3 to hit you. The other one is going to get a strike in on you, Vasa. Vasa, your effective armor class...
4.
4. Well, it can hit you on an 11, unfortunately for you. Mark off a stone skin if you've got one, or... Do you have a stone skin?
I do. I have 2.
Alright, mark one off.
Alrighty.
Alright, so that is the first segment shit of combat, except Vasa, you can roll to hit. Monk that to hit.
The penalty for hitting... Well, I'm not even hitting blind now, am I?
Right now, you are still blind. It's dark. You've got a rough thing. The penalty's a bit less due to size and such. But what'd you roll?
Natural 20 though.
Yeah, you hit. Dice damage. It is
But due to being blind, I doubt stunning is a thing.
Wait, how are you blind?
dark. Xavier's about to drop the coin, but this first bit goes off while he's still dithering over it. Do I do it? Do I not?
89.
89. Alright, keep that in mind. Dice normal damage, please.
4. That's 5 points of damage.
Alright, you strike it firmly in the chest. It growls, and Xavier takes it at that moment to drop the light coin. And yeah, party, it's blinding. Ah! You know, even you, Vasa, it's. Yeah. So that disorients everyone for a bit, including the monsters. Maybe some false swings go around, but no one's hitting anything. As everyone's eyes recover, I need to check this guy's morale. Wow. Okay. This guy needs to become a Maymite, because he will not ever flee. So, at this point, y'all can see them very clearly as I've described them, including the 4 beady eyes. I need everyone in the party to make a saving throw versus magic. This would be a gaze attack equivalent thing. So, dexterity adjustment would apply. Wisdom would apply because it's a mental problem, I'm going to say. So, okay, Ecroromede, that should be good.
My total is
Okay, Dave, that's good.
16.
And that's good, okay. You all managed to avoid the gaze of these things. As when you look at it, it's like your brain is twisting itself in knots, and you yank your eyes away. You're not sure what they're doing, but you're having no part of it. Combat continues. Ecroromede, you're done. Vasa, you've still got your second, and Dave Velvin still has his second. That being said, the creatures get their second attacks. It's a miss on Ecroromede. That's a fumble on Dave. Yeah, I'm just calling him Dave now. I've given up.
No.
Okay, that's just a fumble. It isn't holding a weapon, and you can't knock away its claw. That's percentile dice to hit Vasa. That being said, that does hit Vasa.
Okay.
Another stone skin off Vasa.
Whenever I want to lie to somebody in the campaign from now on, and they ask me who I am, I'm going to say Dave.
Alright, that concludes the monster's second attack. Players, you can get your second attacks in.
Okay. Oh, look at that. I rolled another 2.
Nice, miss.
Whoa.
Vasa rolled
Vasa?
a 14.
Vasa, that hits dice damage.
10 points of damage.
Nice, you smack the crap out of that thing. It roars and attacks in response. That's gonna hit. Give me a second. Yeah,
I rolled
percentiles.
so good in the Kohal campaign the other night, and now this.
5 plus 4 is... not 4, 3. 8 points of damage to you, Vasa. That's actually gonna hurt you, because I'm pretty sure you have no more stone skins.
Yep, that was my last attack was my last one.
Velvin, what is your armor class? No, my bad. It's already better than that. Apologies. And again, Velvin, I'm pretty sure you have one more stone skin, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you don't anymore. That was 9 points of damage. You shrug it off, though. And the Ecroromede. No, that's possibly a miss. Yeah, that's a miss on a Ecroromede. Alright, this concludes round 2. Moving into round 3. Gong.
Okay. So I want to ask a question now.
Sure, go ahead.
Me and Ecroromede are still fighting the same creature?
You and Ecroromede are fighting at one creature. Another creature is attacking at you. And Voss is squaring off against the third of these creatures closer towards the door. Obviously, with the fluidity of combat, you all are moving around a fair bit.
Okay. Alright. Good enough. Works for me then. I will keep going with what I've been doing.
Oh, crap.
Attack, attack. Alright, and Vasa still waiting on you.
Yep, sorry.
attack. Alright. At this point, initiative is unneeded. Sorry. Monsters first. Oops. Let's see, that's a miss on Ecroromede. That's a hit on Velvin, unfortunately. That for 9 points of damage, Vel. How you looking? Oh wait, that's right. You got several level ups, and you're fine for now.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
And I need to double check that. That may or may not hit Vasa. Yeah, that hits Vasa.
Sadness. I don't have the best armor class yet.
For 10 points of
but
damage.
10?
10.
Right.
Yeah, claw attacks and these things are brutal. Alright, that
Is it
concludes the
just
monsters first.
1d10?
No, it's 3 die 4. Alright, so, at this point, Ecroromede, you may roll to hit.
That's average. I'm fine with it.
17 before bonuses.
Yeah, Ecroromede, I'm fairly certain that hits. You can, yeah. Alright.
Okay, he'll take 16 from the sword and 15 from the electric.
He can't take 15 from the electric. He was at 2 after the sword. There's sizzling chunks of Umber Hulk all over the place now.
Umber Hulk.
Yes.
I'm glad we avoided the gaze.
So, Velvin, at this point, you're redirecting your attack over to the other one, I assume?
Yes, indeed.
You may roll to hit.
Come on, make up for all those 2s. Woohoo, 17.
That hits,
Plus
dice
1,
damage.
18.
Oh, well, they keep them.
Die 8. Plus 1.
D12, no? Oh, wait, Scimitar is D8 versus all, you're right.
That's for a total of 4 damage.
Wow. Alright, you heard it all right. It's hurt. Look at that. Lasso, you may roll to hit.
Okay. 15.
15 hits, dice damage.
5 points of damage.
Nice. Alright. Alright, that concludes the party's first attack. The monsters get to exchange fire. I need to check if this one's going to flee now that Comrade died. No. Also no. Okay. That one tries to strike at you, Velvin. It hits.
Come at me, bro.
Alright, 9 points of damage.
Yeah. Now I'm getting in the groove.
Oops. Oof, and another one on Vasa. For 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Alright, that concludes the monster's second attack. Party's second attack may concur. Ecroromede, I assume you're targeting B now as you have struck down A.
Correct.
Dice it.
6 plus
6
9,
plus 9 is 15 at 10th. Hits, dice damage.
20 from the sword, 13 from the shock.
20 and 13. It's at that many hits points left. I'm gonna have to give it a system shock for that, because Jesus.
That was a lot of
Oh
damage.
my god, that thing collapses.
Woohoo!
Velvin, do you want to finish it off?
Hell yeah.
Alright, roll to hit. You only fumble.
Woohoo, 16.
Alright, you kill it. It's dead. You can describe how you do it if you want. Vasa, you already got your attack in, though, so it gets to attack you.
Yep.
Alright, that's a miss, and I believe that concludes to round 4. Alright, let me give this guy a perception check. He perceives it. Let me give him a... Vasa, the creature, is attempting to flee past you through the door you all came in from. Which is coincidentally nearby where Xavier is, or maybe it's moving to attack him, you're not certain.
Protect that ATM.
Alright, duly noted. Alright, initiative party.
I'm at the lowest hit points. I'll roll it and get another 1 for us.
Okay.
That's a 2 at least.
2. Hey, alright. Party doesn't have initiative, but Vasa, you're entitled to that parting shot. Roll to hit.
Okay. $10.
10. That, let me check. This 10 is a little below its armor class, unfortunately. That's a mess. Ecroromede. You have a movement rate of that. What type of movement rate does this thing have? Not very fast. You're able to catch up with it easily. You may roll to hit.
16 before bonuses.
Hits dice damage.
For 20.
That kills it. Well, the party is victorious. The 3 Umbra Hulks lie dead at various points in the room.
Yay.
Dungeon Master. Am casting.
Alright, begin casting.
Stone Skin.
Bind wounds. And on top of binding wounds, Ecroromede,
Aye.
we might want to go back and see Shamey.
Aye.
I got pretty beat up there.
Mm.
Dungeon Master, can I get my 1 HP back for binding my wounds?
Yes, party binds wounds. Ecroromede casts
Thank you.
Stone Skin. Vasa begins monk healing bullshit. Vasa, you can dice that.
Monk healing bullshit. I like that.
Yeah, I'm casting that shit twice, Dungeon Master.
Alright, and Ecroromede casts it twice. Alright. Bit of a tough encounter.
Indeed. It was a good fight. I liked it.
So, the party is essentially retracing their steps all the way they came, or
Yes, Dungeon Master.
going for an expedient route?
Avoiding the traps that we have discovered and marked, and yeah, we are going to go back to where we left the cleric, Jaziel, the wagon, the horses, etc.
Okay. As you all get towards that first room, the cave with the bandits in it, the bandits are there. And, as you come by, one of them signals, okay, it's them. And they don't exactly wave you on by, but you can tell they got hands on weapons. They're nervous, but they might not be planning to attack you.
Okay.
I'll try to not look wounded as we're passing them.
Yeah, no, that limp in your leg from where it struck you, that's... you're trying to hide it, but it hurts.
I'm doing my best.
Bandits, there's a room. It is full of urns. The urns are, some of them, full of copper. You may have that copper, but do not break the urns. They're of archaeological interest.
The bandit looks to you in kind of disbelief. You serious?
It's more copper than you can carry. And I lead the party back to our wagon.
You can hear them kind of muttering behind. You sure they ain't a trap? Maybe they're trying to get us to clear the room? I don't know, man. Can't hurt with... they're whispering back and forth. Chromie, you didn't give them navigation. You just said, there is a room. So they're puzzling over that. Anyway, you make it outside, and your cleric may or may not be attempting to yodel at this time. I have not determined if it's an even or odd hour. I'm joking, it's even. She is not yodeling. In which case, you'll explain the situation, I imagine. She'll be like, oh, okay. And let me see what spells she's got on tap.
Yeah.
Alright, so, those of you that are hurt, go ahead and update your triage to reflect such, because right now I read Vasa at 72.
Yep, I'm going to
So,
do it.
yeah,
I gotta
Vasa.
figure out the percentages.
Yep, I'm gonna update it now.
Okay, that's
Well, Higadus, Megadus, Mum, Prestidigitarium, and Vasa, 10 hit points restored.
Hold on, where is it? Triage.
Let me add that to the total, I guess. Hold on.
Chromate, are you requesting healing as well?
I'll wait to see what the cleric does with the others first.
Alright, Vasa, does that include the 10%?
That includes the 10%.
Alright, she'll move over to Velvin for a minute. Ow, that looks painful. Can you relate it in some way, and she's casting as she's saying this, to your relationship with your mother? Yeah, it's 3. Sorry. 3 hit points restored. Velvin.
3?
Yeah.
Wow, that is like my relationship with my mother.
Obviously, the 3 is out of character. She's reaching. She can't be chaotic all the time. No human is that crazy, usually. Now, granted, she's
Alright.
elvish. She's had plenty of time to hone the art of craziness, but moving on forward, I'll just get the heals out of the way. Velvin, you are
I'm
healed for
updating.
another 6 on top of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a smoke real quick while y'all are getting healed, because I don't think I'm anywhere near as bad off as y'all.
Vasa, you get another 11. You're very lucky.
Okay, updating.
Another 11, you said?
She used a
I
cure
am
moderate
max
on you, and yep, that should max you out. So, Vel, where you at?
You don't say that.
Oh, I'm so bad at this. There we go. 72.
Well, Velvin, she grins. Hockety walkety, pockety pack, alakazam, alakazak. Oh, fuck. Velvin, you are damaged for 11 hit points.
Oh no, she didn't.
She had that one left.
She went and Quintus me.
Yeah.
Oh, what a 4. Amy.
Cecil, sorry.
11 points, you said?
Yep.
Yep. I'll update again, and
Yep.
I
She's.
scream at her.
Hey, not my fault. The god said no. I can try again, but I'll need to pray.
Not with that one.
The god said no.
Anywho, she will offer you a blessing, however, to tide you over until she gets there. It should last. Let me double check bless. Player's Handbook, Experience, Spell Explanations, Top, Clerics, Bless, Duration.
I'm worse off than I was when this all started.
Oh, this is only 6 melee rounds? Oof. Boo, that's lame. Yeah, no, she apologizes for that one. Alright,
okay.
if you give her a
You did
half
good other
hour,
than
she
that.
can get you some good healing. If you give her a little bit more than that, she can get even better healing.
Dungeon Master, about what time of day is it?
That is... 1 second. It's been about an hour or 2 since you all went down there. Which puts it at about, say, 2:30 p.m. roughly.
What makes that
Okay.
What makes that sound?
Companions, I need to replenish some spells. So please keep watch, and Vasa, come here a moment.
Show him if you're sitting.
Time to turn Goat Girl invisible.
Alright. Vasa, you're accepting the spell?
Yep.
Alright. So yeah, Velvin, your cleric, I forgot her name already, tells you,
Jamie.
hold on, we can reverse the effects, I just need you to stand on one leg, and she'll lift up the appropriate leg. Okay, keep that one over there, don't set it down on the ground. Take this hand, and she'll guide your finger and place it on your nose squarely. The other hand can do whatever, but whatever you do, don't touch your nose. With the other hand,
Okay,
that is.
hold perfectly still.
Yeah, hold perfectly still. I'll be back in an hour.
In hopes she doesn't kill me with the next spell.
Now, Velvin, do you actually intend to maintain that?
Hey, I'm gonna try.
Alright. After
I
a
don't
little
know
bit,
what kind
like
of
it...
crazy magics this girl
Yeah, no,
needs
after a
me to
little bit,
do.
it's like you lose your balance, you set your foot down, you're like, oh, damn it. You can't stand on your foot for an hour straight.
I tried, Amy. It didn't work.
She's in the middle of a spell. You gonna interrupt her?
No.
Anyways, so Chromate, how long do you need for spell work?
Let's see. 15, 12, 9,
I just know
6, and 3.
Look what you're doing.
I'll need the math on that.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Alright.
39,
You would do something. You'd be something to go.
51, 54 minutes.
54 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna round that up to an hour for casting of spells and such so forth, so that after an hour, you get those spells back and they're applied. And let me just check. Yeah, nothing bothered the party outside, and yeah, you all are good. All right. At this
Alright, well,
point, Velvin,
Amy's gonna try and recast some spells.
I will try again using less fun
I
spells.
still flinch. I still flinch when she casts the first one.
Yeah, no, the verbal components are much the same of gibberish and gobbledygook and prestidigitarium, but she does heal you for a total of 14 between two spells there.
Okay.
And after that,
Oh, that puts me pretty good. Almost there. After that, I'll update my percentage.
So that's what's important to you.
alright, Dungeon Master, after I get those spells back, I'm going to put a stone skin on Vasa and a stone skin on Velvin.
okay.
Thank you, sir. I think that's the only thing that kept me alive in there was your protective magics.
Wait, turn around.
Are you all intending to go on back down, or what at this point? Your cleric asks.
Yeah.
How bad are y'all's injuries?
I'm feeling quite a bit better. I think I could venture down again.
Oh, Velvin, is that updated?
Yep, that's updated.
Hold still, and she'll begin casting again. In the name of Quintus, Chaos, and the Void Between Worlds, I heal you for 9 points of damage, she says.
I am at 100.
I like this gun.
Vasa, how are your injuries?
I like this gun. You fucking ass. Oh.
I'm back to full.
Oh, alright. Well, in that case, yeah, we can go back in.
Before you go, I offer the blessings of Quintus to any one of you who wishes to brave it.
Velvin's gonna be like, I'm good, Amy, thanks.
Does anyone want it?
I'm going to pass on that random stuff.
Sorry about my brother for being a dumbass.
Now we know it.
So Vasa, the other two have refused clearly. You wish for the blessings of Quintus. Hold still, and she begins casting.
Okay.
And now here's the funny part, party. It's just the normal blessings. That being said, it does apply to all of you because it's an AoE spell, but I, and therefore she, forgot about that until the last moment. So everyone, you're at +1 to hit and +1 to morale for the next 6 minutes.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Kind of useless outside of combat.
Go play.
One space off and it would have been double reversed with you at -2 to hit morale. That being said, it's probably uneventful and she needed to burn that somehow, and this is plausible. So, the party is at this point turning around and heading back in.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And your cleric will begin praying for new spells. Alright. See, I wasn't sure if y'all were going to have her wait outside like you're doing, or have her come in, so she had stuff like Bless, when realistically, Cure Light Wounds would have been better in that place for what you wanted. Regardless, most of the party is healed up to full. Ecroromede, you've got the hit point spread to blast your injuries out. And the party heads back down. Is the party heading back the way they came until they are back in room 39?
Correct.
Alright. And Bless will wear off before you get there.
Okay, do we see the bandits?
Yeah, no, the bandits were still there, still talking amongst each other. They were playing cards at one point, obviously. They brought out a deck of cards that's mixed matched and such by the table. But again, as you all approach, they're like, "Oh, quick, get ready, just in case they're attacking." You know, you've got an uneasy agreement here. They're not attacking you yet. Maybe if y'all come through really injured, but anyways.
That makes me think. But that was out of character, so I can't think in character about that.
So, the party hits room 39 by the south west, or the southeast door.
Okay. So we will check the door in the middle of the east wall first. Again, checking for traps, etc., etc.
All right. And that leads out to a hallway that looks like that.
Oof. All right. Go for the far door.
Going for the far door. Okay, let me check this one. Ooh, that's a fun one. 1 second. Alright, the party opens the door into a room that's about 30 feet by 30 feet. Inside the room are 6 chests and a
Ooh.
armor stand that is equipped with a suit of leather armor.
Okay.
Very interesting.
What does the party wish to do at this time?
Still checking for traps as we entered. You said there are 6 chests and a suit of leather armor on a stand.
Yep. These chests are of the smaller variety. Think like the cupboard, like a trunk you'd use to store your luggage in under your bed type of deal.
Okay. Go to the armor stand first.
Alright, you go to the armor stand.
Sniff the armor.
The armor smells magical.
Oh. Companions. This armor is magic.
Ooh.
All right. Go to the nearest chest,
Alright,
and these are wooden.
these are wooden chests.
Okay, poke the top of it with a dagger.
Wood gives fairly easily. You know, you gouge out a little thing in it.
All right, check it for traps.
It does not appear to be trapped.
Try to open it.
The chest is locked.
Try to open the lock.
Alright. What's your chance?
My locks is something I don't use very often. Open locks, 25.
25. Yeah, no, that lock ain't budging.
Damn.
Do you mind if I give it a try, Ecroromede? I'm still learning that skill, but I could give it a test.
By all means.
It's only a 5% chance, but I'll give it a try. Can I borrow your picks? I don't have any.
Sure.
Alright. Well, Velvin, yeah, no, it's harder than it looks, and it looked pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, move on to the next chest, Dungeon Master.
Same procedure?
Thing. Yep, check it for traps.
I'm never going to get to use a mimic on you. You're too cautious. That being said, yeah, none of the chests in this room are mimics. None of them seem to be trapped. Failure and failure for the second one. Success on the third one, Ecroromede. I'll talk about it in a second. Failure on the fourth. Failure on the fifth. Success on the sixth. Of fourth and fifth, Velkin could not do the fourth one or fifth one any better. So, you open 2 of them, the other 4 just nope.
Okay, by the way, Dungeon Master, I got a key from the bandits a long time ago.
The Blood Hunters, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that key.
Doesn't seem to work here.
Okay, didn't think it would, but you never know.
Hey, smart on you for holding on to that. Anyways, so there is silver in these chests. Again, not the only thing, but in this case, that is the thing. The exact quantities, I'm not sure because I have the total amount, and I'll just have to divide by 6 and do some rounding.
Do these chests have handles on them?
They do. Like I said, these are more similar to the luggage trunk deal you'd have under your bed.
Right. Okay. Hey, Mama. Alright, then, yeah. I think we should get these chests out of here instead of busting them open. We can haul these off and
That would be wise.
open them at my leisure.
Alright, the chests.
So how much do they weigh each?
Give me a second. I gotta pull up my calculator. Not very heavy, maybe 40 pounds a piece, plus, they'd call it maybe 60 pounds a piece.
Okay, you know what? 6 times 60, that's 360. Will they fit into my bag?
The chests?
Yeah.
The coin within, definitely. The chests themselves, spatial, 150 cubic feet. Yeah, they should fit.
Okay, then
They're
we're
going to take
gonna.
up a fair bit of room.
Okay, then we're gonna bag of holding them.
And I literally shit my pants as I watch him stuffing chests into a bag, and I ask him, "Please explain this magic."
Extra dimensional space.
Double
Ah,
on.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I can keep a record, what were the items that we found that were presumably magical?
There's a suit of leather armor that detects as magic.
yes, I was going to say something about that. You guys mind if I try it on?
I don't mind.
It might be cursed.
I'm willing to try it on.
Would the dungeon master really invent a cursed item that casts fireball at your feet when you wear it for 10 minutes? Yes, he
and
You
would.
threw
leave
a
it
scarab
right on
of
an
death
armor
at us.
stand?
Yes.
Yeah, he would.
You threw a scarab of death at us with the old party. Yes, you would do that.
I would.
I take the armor off the armor stand and I swap mine out for it.
Alright. The armor, being magical, does shrink and expand as necessary to conform to your size. As a drow, you're a bit skinnier than the average human, a bit lighter, so it needs to shrink at points. A bit
Mm-hmm.
smaller too, obviously, but it does fit.
Very nice. I like it.
Okay. Are there any other exits from this room, Dungeon Master?
No, this must have been some storeroom of some kind. Room 38 for
I
those who care. It looks like this.
I will leave my old leather armor on the armor stand.
Okay.
So the next person comes in and sniffs it too.
Hmm. All right, then Dungeon Master will backtrack to the other door on the north of that hall before we got in this room.
Alright, 1 second. Okay, that goes to there. I need this open. So that's going to go to there. Alright. You open it up. It reveals a hallway about 40 feet long, 10 feet wide, going north to south. At the far end, there's a door.
Okay. Standard precautions and regimes. We approach that door.
Alright, you don't detect any traps along the hallway or the door itself. The door
Okay.
opens towards the party.
Okay. I'll pull it open quietly.
You quietly pull open the door. It does squeak a little bit, but not much, revealing room 37, which, as you can see, you enter from the south, exit through the north. It appears mostly unadorned.
Anything?
No, just a
No?
wider room.
Okay. Checking for traps again and proceeding to the door on the northern wall.
Right. Well, Chronciles, unfortunately, your detect traps has failed you. As you get about 30 feet into the room, you step on a pressure plate, and some spikes shoot up from the floor, mark off a stone skin.
Okay. Vasa, chalk, please.
We'll put chalk on the floor.
Alright, is the party going left or right to avoid the spike trap?
Right.
Right, the party goes to the right. Oof, damn, Akoromi 97 twice in a row on that. Hey, you detected another trap as you trigger it. In this case, the spikes shoot out from the wall as you get to that corner to circumvent the thing. To give you a better description of it, the red X marks the traps that you've detected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, there is a
Well,
passageway diagonally through there, as you can
yeah,
see. So,
that's
yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Again, stone skin off.
Yeah, I marked it off.
Okay. And the party is proceeding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, that north door opens up away from the party to a passageway that is about 40 feet wide and then curves to the left hand side, which is west. Going down there reveals a west passage that's about 60 feet long before it goes north again. Going to there reveals a passage about 40 feet long, which then leads to a door to the north. And if that description is unsatisfactory, then just a moment here. Slight meta, but it shouldn't hurt y'all too much. Just ignore the bottom left hand corner of the screen.
Okay. All right. Check this door for traps. and try to open it.
Alright, give me just a second here.
Take your time. I'm due another nicotine fix. I'll
Yep.
be right back.
Page 83. What the hell? I'm on the right
What the
page.
hell?
What the hell? Where is it? There's 84, there's 82. Where the fuck is 83?
Emotional damage.
No, hold the fuck up. Page 83 is stuck between 91 and 92. What the fuck?
83 is between 91 and 92.
What the hell?
That's a
Well,
special book.
Quintus must have published this book.
Most definitely.
No, it was Gary Gygax. Someone worse than Quintus.
More random.
I'm here for the next 2 hours.
Alright, that's good.
Okay. Sorry.
Give me a second. You know, there's a book I have, and page 83 is stuck between page 91 and 92. I have no clue why, but fuck that. Alright, I need to quickly roll this.
I have an odd feeling it's deities and demigods.
Why would there be a deity and demigod in here?
I
Answer
fucking
that.
knew it.
Because there would.
Ye of many faiths.
It's over for me.
And
Yeah.
it is.
Hello.
Okay.
Bye, guys. This race is over.
Alright, the next room opens up into what appears to be more of a natural-looking cave thing. Give me a second. Obviously, I did not try and draw a perfectly good-looking cave when I made this thing. As such, it just looks like a room, but keep in mind there would be stalagmites, stalactites, etc., 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 the normal trappings of a cave. That being said, there does seem to be a wooden door set against it, and I'll send the picture so y'all can see it. So it's obviously not a perfect square. Reasonably, the corners are a bit rougher and such, but yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Hello,
Make our
My
way-
brother. Crack.
Go ahead, Dom.
I said my brother's on crack, and I'm sorry for the recording.
It's alright.
Yeah. So make our way to the door, but not walking under any stalactites.
Looking for those fun impalers. Alright.
Yeah.
So, Chromede, you're watching the ceiling, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Among other things, yes.
Yes, among other things, yes. Chromede, as you get close to one of the rocky walls to avoid a cluster of stalactites, you look at it funny, and you realize you see a pair of yellow eyes looking back at you as this gargoyle-like creature detaches from the wall that it was hiding against. Its skin was almost identical to the stony wall. It moves to attack you. Dice initiative.
Oh, yeah.
4.
4. Alright, I'll need a nil. It failed to hide properly. Good thing. That being said, this should be kind of a tough thing, so let's get something fun. Fuck it, let's do this.
How the fuck?
Shoot, attack with sword. Draw bow and attack. And Voss, I'll need your actions.
I'm sorry.
Obviously, this isn't apparent immediately at Chromede, so the shoots against this one, but everyone else, multiple of these creatures will detach from the various walls and such that they were leaned up and hiding against, and they will move to attack. There's about a half dozen of them. At this point, the party's about halfway into the room, roughly by the top of the 3 and 6 in that picture. Well, Ecroromede is. The rest of the party would be further back.
So we're closer to the door?
Well, yes, Ecroromede leading. Obviously, he's in the midpoint of the room when he sees this. Everyone else had been staying 10 feet behind as per before, so that would put you at the bottom of the 36. So it's about 20 feet to the door for you, yes.
Okay. I think I would like to move back to the doorway and continue to shoot from there.
Alright, duly noted. Vasa moving up to attack with hand axe and falchion. Xavier is staying with you, Velvin.
Good, he
Alright.
can go through the doorway first.
Ecroromede, you've got the thing. You can shoot. Roll to hit. Armor class that.
A pair of 17s, and these are +3 bolts.
Hit and hit dice damage.
For a total of 12.
Nice. Pump, crack. Alright, both bolts impact against this creature and stick in it as it grunts and growls and moves to attack. See, Dave, Velvin, you draw your bow and begin moving back and string and blah 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 blah. Vasa, you charge up with the hand axe and falchion. These things are multi-attackers, and they will get their thing now that the crossbow is dealt with. Alright, Ecroromede, that big ugly brute swings and its claws pass very close to your head, but it should have been a hit. That was a mess. Not Scarab, Cloak.
Cloak.
Yep, Cloak. Let's see, that being done, what's next? There's another one nearby, and a few more that are going to converge on y'all. They'll sacrifice that there to move. Alright, the other one attacks. Also a miss. Okay. Vasa, yeah. There's going to be 2 that go for you, and 4 on Ecroromede. Let me check these things just to make sure that
4?
they are smart enough to do that. Intelligence. Yep, 4.
May I amend my attack to
Sweep. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this will delay you slightly, though. It's like you're going to swing, and it's like, oh shit, and you backpedal a little bit to try and get the right thing, and swing. That being said, first attacks go off anyways.
Dungeon Master, how much damage did you say Vasa took?
Vasa has not taken damage yet.
Okay.
Okay, Vasa, your armor class, though. These things attack as that many hit dice. Vasa's armor class 4, I believe.
Yep. I'm a class 1.
Alright. Vasa, mark off that stone skin as clunk, one of them does strike you. Velvin,
Okay.
you've got your bow shot lined up perfectly. You've strung your arrow. You strung your, rolled a hit. God damn it, I can't talk.
Okay, I was gonna say, how you gonna ruin this for me? Tell me about it.
The arrow.
You notch the arrows after stringing the arrow, and you notch the string, and you fire Xavier from your bow.
And the leg bone's connected to the neck bone, and yeah.
The leg bone's connected. I mean, yes, there's a long chain of connection between them.
A 13 at 3rd.
3rd level, 13 hits that armor class. Velvin, you draw back your bow and shoot, and you strike one of the creatures on one of these wing things they've got, and the arrow kind of bounces off of it.
Yep.
Okay, that's your first bow shot. You'll get a second one later. Ecroromede going for that sweeping attack. Ecroromede, you may roll to hit.
I'm gonna go get a drink. There,
17 before bonuses.
17 before bonuses. 17 plus 9 becomes 28. 17 plus 9 becomes 26. Comes there. Okay, hit. Yep, okay, you can dice damage.
Man-sized or large?
These creatures are... let me check. Man-sized.
7 plus 12, so the first one takes 19 hit points of damage.
Yeah, that's the one you shot earlier. That becomes there. And that becomes there. That becomes, there. And that becomes... there. Alright, that's a solid blow against several of them. They shriek out and they're going to be attacking you desperately. Moving on to Vasa. You've got that hand axe. You may roll to hit.
Okay. That is a 14 as an 8th level thief.
Thief. 8th level. 14. You right over its head. Just barely, but miss. Anyways, that is the party's first attacks. These creatures get their second attack. Ecroromede, mark off a stone skin.
Mark off a stone skin? Okay.
84. Ooh. 84. Hit self 1 to 2 damage. For 1 point.
Who fumbled?
One of the opponent's Ecroromede is facing.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Oh, my bad. 1 point, not 2. You know, it's very important it has that hit point when Ecroromede kills it with 20 extra hit points left over.
It is.
Ecroromede, this thing's gonna need that to hit you. That was cocked. That's another fumble. Miss off bounce penalty of 6 to AC, no dex bonus to AC. Okay. That last one's reeling, trying to regain its next attack. Alright, that's the monster's second attack versus you. Versus Vasa is a different story. Miss. Miss. Okay. The monsters all missed their second attacks. At this point, we still got Velvin coming in at the end. We got Vasa with the Falchion. Ecroromede done. Vasa, roll to hit with that Falchion.
That is a 19.
Vasa, you swing that Falchion in a lovely overhanded strike and crash into one of those things' head. It stops dead. Clunk. The creature seems to be grinning at you. Velvin, give me a perception check.
A perception check. Here it comes. I rolled a 3 of 14.
Yeah, Velvin, you perceive Vasa striking this thing with her Falchion, and it does nothing. That should have taken that thing's head off, or at least cut it.
I thought you said it struck it dead.
No, struck it in the head. Clunk.
You
Oh.
said struck it dead.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Nope. Well, I apologize. You
Okay.
strike it in the head, it stops. Maybe I came through jittered because the strike stopped dead. Meaning
Okay, that
that
could
all that
be.
potential wasted. I'm not making it do a saving throw, but yeah. So, Velvin, do you wish to adjust your action based on this information?
Yeah. I'll draw my dagger and move in.
Alright, that is you for the round. Alright, and these things get their third attack. Miss. Miss. Meh. That's a hit. Ecroromede, do you still have a stone skin?
No, I'm out.
Oof. Alright, well, for the first time in this fight, you get hit. 1 second, what's the damage these things do for their third? Alright, yeah, one of them headbutts you for 5 points of damage. Miss. That's a miss on Vasa, and a second miss on Vasa. Before I do these things' force attacks, did I skip anyone? Dealt with, dealt with, dealt with. Alright.
These things have 4 attacks.
Ecroromede, you know what these are at this point.
Yeah.
You can tell them.
Well, I want to say gargoyles, but that's not it. It's a variation of gargoyle.
Monster Manual 2, Margoyle. Basically the same thing, except that they have the ability to blend in with stone surroundings 90% of the time, hence why they're living in a cave. Right, 60. Let's see, this is the... What is their fourth attack? I need to check real quick. Fuck. Accidentally closed it. 2 claws, pair of horns, and a bite. Bite, piercing. Ooh, Ecroromede. One of them bites your upper leg.
Oh no.
Ooh. For 7, doubled 14 to the upper leg. Ouch, that leg's out of commission.
Okay.
Would it be severed? You've got that many normally, that much? I need to do math real quick. Okay, Ecroromede, you have that much HP. Divide by that much equals 6.3%, if I'm right. 6% of the leg isn't enough to dismember it, but it is enough to, like, really put the hurt on.
Okay.
No, that can't be right. Give me a second here. Simple numbers. Pretend you had 90. Pretend that did 15. 15 of 90 would be 1/6. Yeah, 1/6. That's 33%. So, you know what? Fuck it. Disabled, not destroyed. Anyways, you'd regrow it anyways just by putting it back there after the fight. But that math didn't check out in my head. Moving on to Vasa. Okay, Vasa, one of them does hit you with the bite for 3 whole points of damage.
Okay.
Ecroromede, I'm sorry, put back those 14 hit points. That one had no more attacks for the round. That was the one that fumbled.
Okay, good.
I was just thinking, wait, hold up. Right. That being said, that is them for the round. New. Round 2.
Is there any way to double M?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm moving in with my dagger, I want to try and backstab one. So I want to try and get around to the back of one that's attacking the two of them.
Which of the 2 of them would you like to try? There are currently 4 of them clustered around Ecroromede, and there's 2 of them by Vasa.
Then I will help a crow me.
Alright, you believe you'll be able to get one?
Okay. And attack.
So, give me an initiative check. Initiative check, yeah. Initiative roll party.
We have a 5.
Alright. Velvin, you're going for a sneak attack specifically.
Yes.
Okay, Velvin, you begin to move into position for the sneak attack at Ecroromede. Before your sweep, of course, comes their first attack. They are 4 attackers. Nope. 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 Alright, all 4 of them miss you. Vasa. Vasa, I need to check if they can hit you on an 11. Monster, that many hit die there. Ooh, that does hit. Vasa, you are clawed for 3. That being said, they can't hit you onto that. Oh, fuck, they actually can. And 6 from a second claw. Alright, so that's Vasa. And at this point, Ecroromede, you may sweep.
14 plus
Hits.
9.
Hits. Every single one of them got hit. Dice it.
4 plus 12, 16 hit points of damage.
That one is dead at -10 or lower. That becomes a that, becomes a that. That becomes a that, which becomes that. And that becomes there. Alright. The creatures are in bad shape, and one of them goes down around you. At this point, give me a second. Oops. Ow. Alright, Velvin, you believe you're in position. Roll to hit.
I roll to hit. I got I'm using the dagger, which is a +2 magical dagger, or +1? +1. Grills? Was it a +1 or a +2? Let me see if it's on my character sheet. I should be, right?
In a minute, it's about to be a +0 because you got to note that shit down, my man. But no, I won't be that.
Well, it says magic dagger. Oh, +1, +2 versus large. That's what it is.
These are man-sized. There you go. It's +1.
Okay, so that's 13 plus 1, 14 at 3rd.
All right. At 3rd, 14 hits that armor class. That is a hit. Dice damage. Now, you are what level thief?
I am a 4th level assassin.
Right, thief assassin. So in this case, your damage is doubled.
Okay. I rolled a 6 plus 1 for my strength, so that's 7 times 2 is 14.
+1 from the dagger.
Oh, +1 from the dagger, yes.
Also, wait, you rolled a 6 on a dagger?
Oh, never mind. I rolled the wrong dice. I rolled my die 8 from my scimitar. It's a die 4, right?
Yeah.
Dagger versus man-sized is D4. D3 versus large.
Hey, I rolled a 4, though.
There you go.
So
4 plus 2,
total of
6, doubled, 12. Hits and kills as Ecroromede, your faithful student, or companion, or slave, whatever you call him in your head, has struck down one of the enemies around you. There are 2 remaining. Vasa is looking pretty beat up, though. Alright. Is this thing still? Yeah, okay, it is.
Dungeon Master, wasn't Goat Girl invisible?
Fuck! 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 Well, damn it.
I had my attack first.
She chose to move in. Yeah, she chose to pull out her axe.
Yeah, I got nothing. Too late.
Would that axe have hit then, since Goat Girl would have had a +4 to hit?
It wouldn't have.
I
rolled
forget what was
shit
rolled.
that-
Dom.
Okay.
I rolled shit that
Dom,
one.
I'm gonna shove the blame that Ecromede fairly put on me and shove it onto you. If you're invisible, and it's like, hey, Dungeon Master, can these things see me because I'm invisible? I will not take offense. As long as you're nice about it. If he's like, Dungeon Master, you fucked up, I'm invisible, then yeah, no, I'll take offense. But, Dungeon Master, I'm confused, I'm invisible. Can they see me? You know, it's all in phrasing.
Yep.
That being said, Dom, I'm putting the blame on you today. You gotta remember that shit, because I cannot remember everything. I try, but I can't. That said, I believe it is your attack with the magic axe.
It is.
Roll to hit.
Roll to hit, magic X. That's a 16.
That hits. Dice damage.
These are man-sized, so a
Man-sized.
D4.
No. I hate the green.
Plus. So are we doing it where I don't get the anatomy bonus because these things are stone?
They're not technically stun, but they aren't exactly human opponents either. That being said, I'll let you apply it. You're in desperate need of it.
Then that's 10 points of damage total.
Haha! Yeah, no, you've got two of them at mostly full hit points before that facing off against you. You need the help. Consider it the DM's apology for forgetting invisibility. Alright, that concludes your attack. Ecromede has the second sweep still. Velvin's done, and Vasa's done. The creatures move on to their second attack, so those that are still up for them. Miss. Miss. Hit. Vasa, 1 point of damage, and... Ooh. Ooh. Vasa, how many hit points do you have left?
After the 1 HP, 34.
Take 18. As one of them crits you for max damage on a triple crit.
Gee, what? Triple crit?
Yep.
Triple damage.
Yeah, triple damage is what I figured he meant.
Got 6. Triple damage. Rolled a 6 for their claw attack. Got 6.
Hold
Alright.
on, I gotta do math because that might be actually half my HP.
18
What's your total?
From 34 is 16.
47.
47. Yeah, no, 18 isn't enough.
Nope.
That being said, that's still a lot.
34, 6 times 3, 6, 12, 18.
Yep, pretty sure we're going out for a night rest outside after this fight.
Okay.
Alright. That being
There's a
said,
bunch more attacks
Chloromede, you may
happening.
roll to hit.
4 plus 9, 13.
13. I'm gonna have to check that.
Yeah.
Damn it. DM screen. No, fuck it. This gets to be full screen again. Okay. 10, 13. Hit and hit. Dice damage.
14 points of damage.
Kill and kill. Chloromede, you've killed all the ones around you. Vasa still has her opponents there. So I assume you and Dave, Velvin, are going to be moving in to support Vasa, but you just don't have any more attacks this round, so...
Right.
That is correct.
Miss. Hit for 7 points of damage. Let me give them perception checks to see they're outnumbered. 1 pass, 1 fail. The one that passed, what is he doing? Nope, he's staying and fighting. Alright. Final attacks. Hit. Miss. Okay. And Vasa, another 7 after that.
Another 7?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, that concludes this round. Onwards to round 3.
Dungeon Master, there's one on Vasa, right?
2.
2.
Are they aware of us?
One of them
I'm
is.
going for the sneak attack.
Let's get out of here. What are you doing, man?
Just asking, because if so, and I can get that backstab, then I want it. But
Well, Dave's going for a sneak attack. Chromie going for a regular attack. Yeah, Chromie, one of them splinters off to deal with you. The other one is just focusing Vasa, and that is the one I assume Dave will try and get for. Vasa is evading. Haha. Okay, Vasa, roll a d6 for your evasion. Ooh.
3 plus 2 because I get the thief thing. 5.
Wait, did we ever
0.
determine if monks got the thief thing?
We did.
Huh, I don't remember that. Oh, I'll accept it. It makes sense. They move fast enough, they should be able to implement evading better because they can kick off from any direction at a higher speed.
But
Okay.
I would be armor class 0 at this present moment. I
Okay.
believe.
Well,
No,
initiative.
-1. My bad.
-1. Okay, initiative, please.
Dom, roll that initiative.
4.
4. Alright, party does not have initiative. Shocking. Alright, I got a sneak attack. That's going to take a little bit, obviously, Dave. And, well, Velvin, it's actually going to be pretty hard because that one's trying to attack Vasa, who's fleeing, and you're kind of trying to go behind it, so we'll come back to that. Ecroromede, however, you're attacking the other one, and Vasa is evading. So, creature's first attack. Vasa, that one tries to swing at you and misses as you duck out of the way. And Ecroromede, that one tries to swipe at you. You duck under it. You may return fire.
17 before bonuses.
Hits, dice damage.
16 hit points of damage.
Nice. Alright, that brings it to there, to there. Nicely done. It's still up, obviously, and it will still continue attacking. Velvin, again, you're just trying to get that sneak attack, that snack attack.
Even if I gotta wait till the end of the round, I'll keep following him.
Right, Vasa, you are armor class -1 for this round. This thing attacks as a monster of that many hit dice. It rolled a that. Hits armor class 0, not -1. You are lucky. Alright, Vasa, it does get the headbutt gore thing in on you. For 7 points of damage. And Velvin, while it's distracted, rolled a hit.
20!
Dice percentage! Quad, 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 quad.
45.
45? Quadruple damage doubled. Roll it. D4
And
plus
on
1.
a dagger.
Or D4 plus 2.
Yep. D4. I rolled a 2 plus 2, so that's 4. Doubled is 8. So 32.
32 points of damage in a single well-placed strike. Down goes the giant. Alright, Ecroromede, this leaves the last one with you, who is, it's got its attacks to go through. It fumbles. Okay. I need to check the fumble. Maybe that's it for the round. 85. Hit self 1 to 2 damage. Jesus. Alright, it hits itself for 1 point of damage. Let me give it a perception check at this point, as... Wow, it fails to notice its ally being stricken down. It does still get another attack, miss, and another attack. Fuck, that one hits. Ecroromede, it bites at you and does 5 points of damage.
Okay.
That concludes this round. Round 4.
Poor mama. Oh. Gina.
Mm-hmm.
When you diced your damage a minute ago, did you remember your strength bonus?
Yes, that was because it was the +1 from the dagger and +1 from strength, so that's why it was +2. That's why it became a 4.
Oh, I thought you got +3 for the strength.
No.
What is your strength rating?
1830.
1830 is +1 +3 to damage.
Oh, it's +3 to damage?
Yes.
I didn't realize.
Well, it would have been more damage, but 2 more points of damage, quad it up.
I would have been checking, but you know how I didn't download the PDF? Oof. I keep using the website, and for some reason tonight the website doesn't want to work.
What's another 16 hit points of damage on something you already killed?
It was at -10 before. Yeah. You annihilated that thing in brutal fashion. You're covered in gargoyle blood. It stinks to high hell. Anyways, initiative is probably unneeded here, but roll it.
Okay. 6.
Alright. Ecroromede, the creature swings wildly at you, trying to put you down, and 94 on the fumble chart is hit self for 1 to 6 damage. This thing has hit itself thrice. No, wait, that was a different one. Someone put this thing out of our misery. Ecroromede rolled a hit.
15 before bonuses.
Dice damage and...
Max damage, 20.
Oh! Vasa rolled a hit.
It's still
it's
up,
there.
just barely.
It's got 1 fucking hit point.
14 at 8th.
8, 14 hits dice damage.
Ah.
I mean, it's dead. It has 1 hit point.
8
You do a
points
minimum
of
of...
damage.
Yep, it's dead. The last one falls.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some healing. Bad.
That was a hell of a fight, guys.
Companions, bind your wounds.
Binding wounds, dungeon master.
Put it in
Wounds.
actions.
Belvin checks himself out. Did I? Oh no, I didn't get wounded. Oh, thank God.
Alright. Now,
I'm gonna
Chromemede's
sucker
standard
punch you in the
saving
face.
throw for the bolts, being magical, of course, they could hurt these things, which were immune to, mundane weaponry.
Right. 17 and a 19. So yes and yes.
Velvin, your first your first arrow did shatter. I just checked for you.
Oh yeah, I don't even bother trying to pick them back up. It's not something Velvin does.
Reload and look about for treasure. Ooh.
Yes, check their bodies. Do they have horns?
They do
They
have these
do.
horn things.
And we want those horns.
I was gonna say, could I potentially try and cut them out or crack them off of their skull somehow?
Sure, you could try that. They have
Or should we
these
just take the whole
spiny
skull?
things in the back too. So here, let me get you a picture of them now.
Yeah, just cut their heads off.
Oh my god.
And I definitely need a smoke.
Fucking damn it, dude.
Those spiny things on their back, are they hard? Like bone?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Ecroromede said cut off their heads, so we'll take the heads.
Alright, so you're taking the heads.
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna
I guess I'll have to use the dagger to do that, right? Because once they're dead, a normal weapon can cut them up, right?
No?
No?
Hold on, yeah, it would be a thing. I'll have to check with Grills, but probably.
I'm not sure on that. I've never had to take that into account. My party's
to
so
be
lazy they
safe.
never take stuff like that.
Just to be safe, the +1 dagger is being used.
Yep.
Alright. Y'all will manage to cut off the heads. They're about the size of human heads, so you've got 6 human head equivalents, if you will. You can hold them by the horns and such. They leak out blood that smells terrible.
Yeah, we're heading out to the wagons anyways, so might as well
Heading.
carry them out with us.
Now, as far as treasure, you all aren't seeing any. I mean, other than, the bodies themselves, if you count that as treasure, which, as a necromancer, maybe.
Well, we're taking the heads, so there's potential.
All right. Out of character chat. Yes, the gargoyles.
Right. So once the heads are taken and the party has licked its wounds, is they heading back? Yeah.
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 Time to go out for the night.
What are you all doing with the heads?
I'll carry 2, one in each hand by the horns, holding them out to my sides so they're not leaking all over me.
Alright. Obviously, after a bit, they're going to stop leaking.
They're going to stop what?
Leaking. Right now, they're leaking blood and brain fluid and shit, and that shit smells.
Yeah, put the other 2 in a large stack.
Okay.
There's another 4, actually, girls. There's 6 in total.
Wow. Yeah, we might just have to settle for less. Of course, it's not like they're going anywhere. So...
Vasa, you could always carry the other 2 out. We could throw them in the wagon.
I mean, as you'll recall, the party didn't bring the wagon.
Oh, no, we didn't. Well, we can leave them out at our storage area.
Anyways. The party's heading back out the way they came.
Yes, with the gargoyle heads or the margoyle heads in hand, so that as we pass by, the bandits can see me carrying them out.
The bandits are notably absent from their room.
Oh, of course, it's nighttime. They're out fucking robbing people.
And as y'all head outside, it's getting closer to nighttime, but it's not nighttime yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is our wagon and cleric still there?
Your cleric's still there, but Ecroromede, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all left the wagon at the
We did. The
at the
forest
city.
was too thick. We have horses, no wagon.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay.
But I do have saddlebags on my horse.
Okay.
Well, saddlebags are only going to hold so many pokey human heads. NPC me, I need 10 minutes, done. Alright. Vasa goes NPC mode. So, what's the party doing at this time?
I'm pretty sure Vasa needs healing, so she
Oh,
went
definitely.
NPC mode. But at the same time, she's the one who needs healing.
Now, using the math there, she has 47 hit points normally. Velvin, you're unharmed. Ecromede, you're good, so... 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13, plus 5 is 18, plus 3 is 21, plus 7, 28 HP restored. Cleric goes on standby. Alright, and yeah, with this round of healing, the cleric regrettably informs you all that any further healing tonight will necessitate her pushing herself past approved limits, so she is taking a union break until tomorrow, or until she gets some good rest.
Of
Okay.
course. Let's make sure she gets a full night's rest tonight.
All right. So with that, Dungeon Master, it's still daylight, but it's getting on toward dark.
Yep.
Okay. Well, since we still have light, let's set up.
Yeah, find some wood, start a fire.
We probably don't need to start the fire yet, but we can have the wood ready to put flint and steel to it when it does get dark.
Sure.
And
Are we able to find a stream nearby?
Yeah, there's
Well,
a
there
few
was that
streams that
water
run
source
nearby.
inside. Okay.
Are you going back to the cricket room?
No. No, we found a stream. We're good.
Yeah. Jaziel obviously pops in every now and again. And yeah, the cleric says if you all plan on staying there, she's gonna get some early dinner and turn in for an early night.
Be right back. Gotta put some
fine.
kids to bed.
Alright.
And Dungeon Master, I need to start getting spells back again.
Alright, so I have Vasa and Velvin going on watch, and new, spell work. Actually, no, she can't do that.
Okay, that's 15. And I'll be able to do that twice. Oof. Well, that's pretty simple.
So far, not too bad. If the party wants a slight meta knowledge,
Sure.
you're about 1/6 of the way clear of the dungeon. Maybe.
Nice.
Maybe less. I don't know. I have to do some generous rounding at points.
3, 4. 4 times 3, that's 12. And 2/4. 12 each. 36 minutes, Dungeon Master.
Alright, let me just check for some encounters. Obviously, you all are not moving around making noise, so it's a lot less than usual. But you all are still very, very close to some fun shit, so there's that. While I'm waiting for the party anyways, I might as well do a fun thing. Paint. Because I imagine, I've shown you all these different puzzle pieces. Maybe someone's interested in seeing how it all fits together, and I gotta kill some time anyways. Half the party's gone,
Hmm.
I'm Bick.
Welcome,
Welcome
Beak.
That'd be a good character name. Bick.
Back.
I am Bick.
You sound out of breath, my dude. You okay?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, that ain't me. Whoever you're hearing, you're probably hearing my wife. It's not
Your
me.
wife sounds out of breath.
Yeah, she's smoking marijuana. She has a tendency to get out of breath when she does that.
I'm not surprised. I'm sorry, I just need a minute to finish up this little art project I'm going on.
Okay.
So, for those of you keeping track, the dungeons so far.
Ooh. I
You can
tell
see what
you
I meant
what.
about being smarter about it this time, Grills.
Yeah.
Still oversized, but this is how it should look.
Yes, and some dead space.
Well, the dead space is me covering up meta.
No. Osa, but like
Yeah, dead space
the
in
area.
between things.
Yeah, but like in between the hallway for 38 and 39, that's dead space, right? Like that'll never be part of a room.
hmm
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
That's just solid stone if the party wanted to try
yep.
and tunnel through it, which is an option they give you. You can employ a race to like dig you tunnels to connect different parts of dungeons. Back in the day of mega dungeons and shit, that was actually a common player tactic. Was fuck, this room is filled with like deadly traps and shit. We're not killing people going through there. We're gonna hire some dwarves or bully some
And
kobolds into digging a tunnel for us, and there's entire matrices for how to run it. Girls, does
that's
this line
cool.
up with your head, or after the last
Mhm.
fiasco, are you not bothering this time around?
Yeah, I was kind of mapping it in my head.
How does this line up with what you were thinking?
The only place where I had an issue was that hallway that goes from room 39 to the north-south hallway to the east of that.
You
Because
mean
I'm
between
looking at
8
the
and 39, that whole segment?
8.
No, I think it's the
No,
one that we haven't entered the room yet. He's talking about.
there is a north-south hallway between 8 and 39.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when you showed us the abbreviated picture of that, I know you told us verbally that it was like 70 feet between that hallway and room 39. But looking back, reviewing the pictures, I forgot about that. And I was wondering how the hell that hallway from 39 to 38 went over top of the
Ah,
hallway.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the only thing that tripped me up.
it's actually closer to 110 looking at it. Yeah, that's 11 squares. For record, I didn't write this and I should have, but each square represents 10 feet by 10 feet, obviously.
Okay.
Pretty standard.
But yeah, I was pretty much, like I said, keeping
Mm.
the rooms and relative things in my head. So yeah, well, obviously we still need to explore east of above room 8 and north of 39, east of 36, and a bunch of stuff right there in the western area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's stuff, obviously. And the funny thing is, it goes further north. This isn't the full scale of the dungeon.
Ooh.
Like I said, I made this one too big, but okay, I have a lore reason for it, and occasionally people were stupid enough to do that. Yeah, no, and I've got some other fun dungeons. I just need to figure out a good excuse to get the party to do them, because, like, Xavier is great. Xavier is the random NPC who pays you tons of money. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Anyhow, I appreciate the 5-minute mental break, by the way, guys. That I needed that as much as you all did. This is some
No problem.
hard shit running this.
Okay, so Dungeon Master, am I going to get that 36 minutes of
Yes.
spells? Nice.
Adding to the time. 36, running that to there becomes there. Alright, bringing it to a few hours before nightfall. The party traveled for the first half of the day, rested a bit, so they could go a bit past nightfall. Or they could rest now early. It has been a lot of fighting. For those keeping track, and I know I'm going to spit these out fast, I'll spit them out again later if you need. You have seen Blind Helms, you've seen Ghouls, you've seen Stone Guardians, you've seen Umberhulks, and you've seen Margoyles.
I thought those were blind Heims.
That might be how they say it. Looks like there's an L there. Yeah, it's a Blind Helm, Helm. Unless it's an I, but it looks like an L. Might be Blindheim, who knows. Yeah, obviously,
Right.
Xavier Ecroromede, once you pull out your spell book, he pulls out his history book and starts reading that.
Yes.
And those watching, it might be harder to see who's more engrossed.
Well, at the end of those 36 minutes, I'm going to replenish 2 stone skins.
Alright, you replenish 2 stone skins.
Yes, because, yeah. And otherwise, Dungeon Master, yeah, I think we're just going to relax for a bit.
I can allow for that. No, there can be no relaxation. Forsaken immortals appear from every corner and ambush the party. Ha 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 ha.
And
Anyways.
let me know when another 64 minutes have gone by.
Well, unless the rest of the party wants to do something, I just have you all topside resting, recuperating. I imagine everyone's willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And yeah, so 64 minutes do pass.
Nice. Okay.
At that point, I assume it's that you've gotten all your hit points back. Hee hee.
Well, everything except for the burn damage.
Time to eat.
Yeah, it's a little bit early for dinner, but the party could dig in now without too much problem.
Yeah.
Adventuring does tend to make one hungry, even if they just ate. Near-death experiences have that effect, and this is going out deliberately poking at the dungeon to get near-death experiences, because some players, and I built this dungeon with that in mind, if you go through everything, after a certain point, Xavier will have found his thing, and there'll be more stuff to explore if you want to get treasure. I made the thing too big, like I said. It's not all just one thing, it's multiple shit crammed together, so if you came with some foreknowledge and did some research and shit, maybe you could find a path, or use find the path type of deal where it's the most direct route to get what you want and leave the rest of it untouched with less near-death experiences. Or you can be thorough and clear it all out. The party, of course, is being thorough, because that means more treasure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
And the nearest town was what? A day's ride from here? Half day.
something like that. Solia, not a town, a city. From
City.
Solia to... yeah,
About
that many
20
miles. About a day. Maybe a day and a half because of the movement rate issues.
Yeah. Oof. Yes, and if I remember correctly, that road out of Solia was a pretty dangerous one.
Yeah, there was some shit.
Purple worms and all
Being
that.
this close to the chasm, I mean the the unknown. It does tend to spawn some horrible shit in there. They would say things about how the blackest depths of it are totally barren to light, but the fact is, no one ever goes in there and survives. And even if they do, they usually don't become coherent.
All right, so yeah, Dungeon Master, we will eat dinner a little bit early and possibly play cards or stuff, because we know that our cleric is in the recharge mode. And
Alright.
yeah, there's no point in us rushing into the dungeon half-cocked.
Yep. Alright, so your cleric, eats dinner with y'all and goes to bed early, begging, just try not to wake me up so I can get spells back. Even if it seems really crazy and I'd like it, just think twice and measure twice, and think twice again after that, and she goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Plug your ears.
After a little bit, whichever one of y'all is on watch, this is a relative non-encounter, the bandits poke their head out and see y'all. It's like, hey, we're coming peace. In fact, we're leaving. You can have that shit. And they will display, yeah, they have a few sacks with them, filled it with copper. We found the room. We're going. You have fun with that. We ain't poking at that shit anymore. And the three of them depart.
Okay.
And Chromede, you remember there being four of them.
I do.
Oh, there was 4?
They may have poked someplace we hadn't. That or you got ate by a giant cricket.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I
They're that
figure
stupid.
it's gonna go by the wayside if I don't mention it. But yeah, those guys are gonna try and get back to civilization with that one magic crystal the one guy has, and that guy's corpse is rotting down there, and they're carrying as much copper as they can carry. This is much better bandit work than that one village they were raiding.
I mean, I thought about conscripting them for checking for traps, but that probably would have been more hassle than it was worth.
Would have slowed us down.
Yeah, I know. You freaking came down and they're freaked out. It's like, who the fuck is this far away from the civilization? And you're playing intelligently against them without realizing it, and they're just freaking out. Until finally it's like, okay, fuck this. Look, whoever you are, just turn around and go. We don't want any trouble. Well done. There will be XP awarded for not just butchering them. Much like the Abyssals on Abyss. Abyss? No, on Coalhold. Sorry, girls. Worst insult I could have thought of there. Anyways, back to rolling for encounters. Yeah, okay. There's less encounter checks than usual because the party is keeping low and quiet, and wouldn't you know it, you gotten lucky tonight, and the Dungeon Master doesn't feel like random encounters after all this combat in the dungeon itself. Day 206, morning comes, light shines upon Denalia. Everyone gets a hit point back if they were down, including you girls, because, yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Your cleric says that if y'all want more heals from her, she's going to need to do some studying over breakfast. Well, after breakfast, she'll need to do some studying.
Okay.
Now, if y'all want to jump in there, and, she'll get started while you're here because Jaziel's still around and guarding, because, Jaziel shows up to guard, then she's willing.
Alright. So after we eat Dungeon Master, I'm going to need to study for 24 minutes. And when that is done, I will put a stone skin on Vasa and one on Velvin.
Okay.
You're
Mark up
you're
your
too
stone
good,
skins,
Mr.
people.
Ecromede.
Say again, double M?
You're too good, Mr. Ecromede.
Yes, Ecroromede is too good. Ecroromede, shift your alignment to chaotic good. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Anyways, Velvin, Dom, mark up your stone skins, because I won't remember them, just like the invisibility thing.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah. What's her name? Cassie, yes. Does ask, what the dungeons and shit is like, and who those people were, and what was all that.
They were bandits. There have been killer statues, giant crickets, gargoyles, traps, and some ghouls.
Undead? Maybe you do want me down there.
No, I dispatched them easily enough.
It's never the first ring of the onion that's the smelliest.
That is true. Perhaps.
Well, if we find anything worse than a lich or a vampire, I'll come back and get you.
What are the odds, though? A lich or a vampire in there?
And if we found something that bad, is she even high enough level to be able to do anything about it?
As long as I have the power of chaos on my side, there's nothing I cannot do.
True story.
That being said, yeah, no, she does make sure you're aware. Hey, and this is coming from Xavier mainly, but it wouldn't be a fit of all of you all. All these spells, a tiff to Quintus, some statue or something that's unimportant in the grand scheme of things, but still a worthy donation would probably be in good taste.
I bet I know something that our cleric can't do with the power of Quintus. Keep an organized sock drawer.
Damn you. We don't have sock drawers, we throw them over beds.
You people wear
She
socks?
laughs. Yeah, of course. What would you wear around your shoe? And she lifts up her boot to show that indeed there is a sock around the left one.
I love it.
All right, give me a second because I got to do my phone right now.
You do your phone. I'm due for a smoke. And my legs agree.
I could roleplay a Cleric of Quintus all night long. This shit's
I
fun.
know.
That being said, I suspect the party is going to be most endeavorous in their endeavor. So I'm going to get back on track. This is the player's guide. There we go. Yeah, the full scale of this thing is going to be fun when you all find it.
Hey, I'm already having fun. I'm wearing another magical item now. I don't know what it does, but got it on. I haven't been attacked since I put it on either.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it does.
Mm-hmm. Yes. When I said leather armor and I heard that, ooh, the sharpen, take a breath from me. That was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, leather. It's going to be either me or what's his name? And I'm like, what's his name doesn't get first dibs. I'm like, it's me.
All right. Cleric goes to prayer, says it will take her about 2 hours. You know what, guys? I think we can wait that long.
Yep.
Party is waiting.
And that being the case, Dungeon Master, I'll go ahead and get 2 more stone skins memorized.
All right. After about 2 hours, your cleric cracks her neck, does a handstand, that kind of shit, and is like, okay, who's first? And Voss, I assume you're stepping on up because you're at that lovely 65%.
I'll come back later today for some.
Try and take care of yourselves. I would be kind of sad if you died. Think about it, I'd have to drag your bodies back so I could do fun things with them. Anyways, Vasa, she will give you agency here because Velvin was scorned by Quintus at one point. So, do you want the risky, fun one or the boring one? I'm gonna guess boring. She says. Risky. Oh, okay. Well, three from the boring one, and here's the whiskey. Fuck.
Amy's really bad at the risky.
Yep. Okay, so from that 3, take away 11. The risky one went risky. Alright, you react poorly to that. And she goes back to the other one. And 4 and 8. So 4 and 8 together is 12, so that should be 4 up from when you started. And 1 more, 7. Yay. So in total, you have gained 11 hit points. She hopes that's enough because she'll have to go do that all over again.
She needs to stop praying for that freaking spell.
You need to stop reacting badly to that freaking spell.
She needs to get on Quintus's good side because right now I
It's
don't think
dice,
she is.
man. It's dice.
I know.
It might need to rework that one, but I thought it was fun. Jazeel 100%. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that's old. Jesus, don't know why I just saw that now for the first time. Anywho, she will go back to praying at this point as she has nothing more. And yeah, again, it's going to take her about 2 hours or so, she says. So maybe an hour
On
this
in
time.
we go. Oh no, I guess Voss hasn't been healed at all, so we're still waiting.
No, she got Vasa got 11 plus.
Okay.
V to V and C. All right. So yeah, no. Vasa is at almost 90%, and your cleric, Cassie, as she calls herself now, does clear her for dungeon expedition at your work. Just watch out for toads. Except for brown ones, you can trust those.
Okay, see you later, John.
Anyhow, the party is delving into the dungeon once more in search of
Yes,
treasure,
Dungeon
fame,
Master.
fortune, and other cool shit.
We're going back in, and let's go to room 9, and then south, then east.
All right. Do-do-do-do.
And yes, girls, I called her John because now she's going by Cassie. So I was like, well,
Okay.
Alright, so the hallway goes east about 30 feet from that intersection point and then curves north. The party takes it, I assume, and again, standard routine checking for traps. It then curves east again. It's literally like it just went north 10 feet to then curve east again. And that
Okay.
goes for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 110 feet in total before curving back south. However, at the midway point, there is another passage that goes south. And if you're having fun trying to visualize that, let me help you. Some mild meta being transferred.
Okay, let's check out the first south passage again.
Alright. I'll need to quickly pop open a book. It was there, I think. No, not these guys. That's also not it. I apologize. Just a second. Do-do-do. Alright. Then, really quickly, let me look back at my notes here. I apologize. This is taking a minute. Alright. So that passage down there goes south for another 20 feet from where it branches off, and then there's a solid wooden door. Party,
Okay. Checking for traps, standard stuff.
The door opens away from the party. The party pushes it open and reveals a room that's about 60 feet by 40 feet. In the room are 4 treasure chests.
Okay. Checking for traps, making our way to the nearest chest.
Right. You go to the
indeed.
nearest chest. It does not appear trapped. And
Give it a poke.
you gouge the wood.
Okay. Not a mimic. Okay. Try to open it.
It opens very easily, revealing it to be empty.
Check it for a false bottom.
You scrape around in the bottom of the chest looking for a latch or a lift or anything, and no, from what you can tell, it's there. It moves around very easily.
Okay.
But
moving on to the second chest, same procedure.
Ecroromede, as you look back up from that thing, and wait, weren't there 3 more chests? You only see 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. What else has changed in the room?
Nothing else that you can see.
And we didn't notice anything, or are we not in the room?
I had you all kind of looking at him with the chest, but I did some random rolls to quickly determine if anyone would see.
Okay.
Stay on Overwatch, gang. There were 4 chests. There are not any more.
Draw my bow and knock an arrow.
Duly noted. I need a second to quickly roll something here. Okay.
Okay. Moving to the second chest, repeating the procedure while the party is on Overwatch.
Alright. You move over towards the second chest. You approach it. You draw forth your dagger to go gouge it.
Yeah.
The chest grows an arm and attacks you.
Okay.
It misses. Yep. 1 second. Let's get something fun. Sure, why not? Alright. Apologies, and new.
Okay.
So, the chest just kind of seems to fold into itself and compress into the shape of a humanoid figure. The figure stands at about 5 or so feet tall. It has this... It's ugly as hell looking. And it's got this weird, gooey, sticky looking body, maybe? I don't know. The picture is not very easy, but I guess I can send it off. I'm sure Grills this will immediately reveal what it is to you.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Nope. That fucking happens.
You told us earlier what this is.
That's what I expected.
Alright, Grills waiting for an action.
Oh, yeah.
I was swallowed whole by a mimic once.
Attack, attack. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let's get an initiative roll there, although should be mostly needed. So the other chest also starts turning into one of those things to attack, and a section of the floor where that other chest used to be, because it was going to try something clever and sneak up behind you all, but then more people enter, it's like, shit. Anyways, so yeah, there are 3 of these things.
Crap. I rolled a 1.
Alright, they have initiative, and when they get multi-attacks. Before you ask, no, these are not mimics. These are something else. From an older version of D&D.
Obviously.
The forerunner to the mimic.
Oh, really? Damn. Alright, well then I guess I am throwing mimics at y'all. Oh well. Anyways, I've got a bow attack, magical axe attack, attack, attack. Alright. They have multi-attack. They roll a hit. That thing tries to hit you again, Ecroromede. It is a creature of that many hit dice. That many hit dice. Ecroromede's armor class is there. That's a miss. Okay, the other ones move towards you, Vasa, and you, Velvin. So, Velvin, you'll get that first bow off, and then the other one's going to be upon you. Xavier is staying the fuck back. Alright, so Vasa, you will be able to get first strike due to monk speed and shit. You may roll to hit. Vasa, if you are speaking, you are muted.
And yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Spaced out?
Yeah.
Alright. Mimics, kind of. The precursor to mimics, which were known as polymorphs or something from the creature catalog. One's attacking you. Roll to hit.
5 and 8.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. That being said, it does strike you for 1 point of damage, except Stone Skin, so mark it off. Okay, Velvin, you get that bow shot off. You may pick your target, or you can attack the one that's moving to attack you.
I'll shoot the one that's coming for me.
Alright, roll to hit.
And bless you.
That's a miss. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, it's a miss. Alright. That concludes the party's retaliation response, except for Ecroromede, who may roll to hit.
Okay. 15, and I am +5 to hit, so dirty 20.
These things have a pathetic armor class. You auto-hit, except on a 1. So go ahead and dice damage.
Okay, 1 + 2 + 6 is 9.
9 points of damage. Huh. Wait. Aren't you +3 +6? Like, scratch that,
Okay.
scratch that.
So, yeah, I've got a +2 dagger in my hand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Remember,
9.
I went to gouge that, so, and it started moving, so I'm using
The dagger.
dagger
Uh-huh.
and shield.
Good point. Thank you, Ecroromede. Okay, so that's you with the dagger. Done. Let's see. That being said, these things are still ridiculously low armor class. Without bonuses, you can still strike it basically all the time.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. That's Alpha. Okay. Okay, Vasa, you've been struck at. This thing's moving to get you. We'll get 1 attack. Okay. Ecroromede, that one swings at you, and I need to check if it hits. Again, monster this much to hit armor class there. Wow, that's a hit. Mark off a stone skin at Ecroromede.
Okay.
Again, it's like you duck back out of the way and this thing's fist grows extra long and it manages to strike you anyways. You've fought mimics before, so you have an idea of how they fight.
Yeah.
Anyways, the party continues their combat. This thing attacks Vasa again. Misses. Vasa, you can retaliate. Wait, hold on. That one's not attacking Velvin. Vasa, you may roll to hit your... No, wait, hold on. You don't. You're using the axe. That's right. Never mind.
Yeah, I only get a second attack. Yeah.
Alright, so that's that. And Velvin, at this point, are you firing that second bow shot point blank or switching to a weapon?
I should probably switch to my scimitars. I'll drop the bow where it is, and I'll draw my scimitars.
Okay, the monster tries to attack you. It probably hits, since that can hit a Ecroromede and your armor class isn't as good as his, and does 4 points of damage. Ecroromede, this creature, you can retaliate against it.
Okay. 9, plus 2 from the dagger is 11, plus 3 from strength, 14, but as you said, anything but a fumble.
You said I just took a hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a stone skin, though, remember?
Yes, I still had 2 in total.
Okay, so I maxed out on damage for 12.
Nice. Alright, so you do good damage to that. It strikes you in retaliation for another stone skin. Vasa's is over there.
Oh, really? Damn.
You know, I don't know if that's the thing for the other mimics, because it's been a while since I looked at the monster manual mimic, but these have, like, ridiculously good hit dice. I didn't max them out, though.
That's okay.
Okay, so, Vasa, another one, swings at you and misses still, amazingly. That thing rolled a 2 and then a 3. And your armor class isn't quite that bad. Anyways, so yeah, I believe that is all the attacks that these things get versus all of yous. This is now round 2. Ecroromede is typing. Duly noted, Ecroromede. Obviously, as you know, that's your actions. You'll get a chance. You'll be able to dance back and forth and try and avoid being hit, but you won't get any more attacks.
Well, yeah, instead of getting 3 thrown dagger attacks, I'll just opt for 1 and being able to get my sword into play.
Likewise, Vasa, drawing your weapon should be your thing, but I will be nice and let you parry its final attack. Initiative is unneeded. Alright. Ecroromede throwing dagger at close range. This thing will still get a chance to strike at you. That's a hit. Mark off a stone skin. It rolled a 19.
Who's marking off the stone
You,
skin? Me?
Ecroromede.
No, I only had 2.
Oof. Okay. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright. And over to Velvin.
Dungeon Master. Shouldn't my thrown dagger go first?
Technically, their first attacks would go, then your melee. I'm trying to keep in order here.
It's not melee. It's missile weapon, and I would normally be entitled to 3 thrown daggers.
True. This is a good point. We should have done initiative for that, but okay, you can have yours now.
Thank you.
You could call it simultaneous if you wanted. It doesn't change it. That's not going to kill it unless you crit double out.
Is the one that's attacking Vasa aware of...
Oh, at Vasa's opponent. Oh, my bad. I missed that. You're not certain if it's aware.
Okay, well,
Its back seems to be to you.
I rolled a 16 without bonuses, so I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
Yep, dice it. And add your normal modifier for sneak attack.
Okay, 3 plus 2 from the dagger is 5, 6 from strength is 11, and I believe I do triple damage.
33. Hot damn.
Thump.
Very well done. Nice leveraged. Let's see. These things can probably System Shock fail. Not with a Not 3, though. Nothing fails on a Not 3 for System Shock.
No, but I definitely woke it the fuck up.
Oh, yeah. Alright, you quick draw your sword of Ecroromede, and that's you for the round. Over to Vasa. Vasa's opponent. Vasa, your opponent was going to hit you, but got struck from behind by a dagger thrown by Ecroromede and missed. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Another 3. Velvin, similar thing. I guess Ecroromede had a phantom dagger, because this one didn't take any damage, but it did miss. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, Chromie, you do that, and this one goes to hit you with another 3. That's 3 threes in a row these things have just rolled. Okay, moving on to Vasa. You may roll to hit with that axe. 8. Let me check. That might hit. Oof. I'm sorry. That's just a little bit below what you needed to hit. Over to Velvin. You may roll to hit.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. Ooh, that's nice. 19 total.
Dice damage.
Dice
Hey,
damage.
in case it isn't obvious, your strength from yesterday did wear off. I forgot to tell you.
Yep.
Yeah, I meant to replenish that before we had it in, but I forgot.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can correct that soon.
4 damage.
4 points of damage. Haha, yes. The thing fighting you doesn't seem impressed. Alright, so let's see. That's the first attack there. Okay, these things got their second versus Mead. Vasa, your armor class effectively 4. This thing is a creature of that many hit dice. It rolled a that. Hits armor class 2. Vasa, I don't think you got any stun skins left, do you? Well, if you do, mark it off. If you don't, then 2 points of damage. That's the saving grace. These things don't have stupid amounts of damage. Velvin, that's a hit for 1.
Ooh, that was a nice light hit.
Alright. Vasa, at this point, you are attempting to parry. You may roll your parry. Roll high. That's not going to be high enough. You fail to parry the thing. You raise your falchion up and cut and try and get this thing's hand to draw away. It draws away one hand, but the other hand, like, the first hand shrinks into the bodies. The second hand stretches out twice as far and smacks you anyway for 2 points of damage before reverting to a normal form. Vulcan, you still have a second attack, I believe?
Yes.
Roll to hit. Velvin, sorry. I do not mean to slur your word with the unholy ones.
I still responded. Oof. Oof. Oof.
Dice percentage.
Oh no.
Oh, 95.
95. Hit self 1 to 6 damage.
Oh, that's not so bad. 1 to 6 isn't bad.
No, it isn't.
I
Funny
rolled a
enough,
4.
that's the same amount of dice I have to roll for this thing's next attack. 1 point of damage on top of that.
So I take 5.
Yep. Round 3. Hey, Grills, well done on your previous move there. Apologies that I got so tired I couldn't read it straight and understand what you were trying to do. GG.
Thank you, and no problem.
Alright, we got the multi-attacks up, and initiative is unneeded. Alright. Chromede, your opponent misses you. Vasa, your opponent, I'm pretty sure misses you, but I have to check because that's a maybe. It's closer than you'd think. They're 1 point off. Velvin, your armor class better than 6, please?
Oh yeah, 3.
3, okay. Yeah, Velvin.
And actually, I have the new magic armor on, so I don't know what my armor class is.
Don't worry, I do. So yeah.
You're
That's
the
a
one who
miss on all
asked
3
me,
of
and then he
yous.
tells me he knows.
Well, no, like I know what the adjustment
You know
is.
the
based on
adjustment
that.
after you know my I know.
Okay, Chromede, you may start. Roll to hit.
Not a fumble,
Hits.
and they are man-sized.
Yeah. Give him hell.
Okay, 5 plus 22, 27 hit points of damage.
Nice. Alright, that thing's hurting.
What? It's not dead?
It ain't dead, and it didn't system shock either.
It ain't hauling out. Oh, just a scratch either, though.
No. In fact, I don't know if these things can speak common. Not this version of them, at least. I know mimics can. Well, the certain mimics can. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't mention. Anyways, Vasa, you're up next. 7 is unfortunately a little too low to hit, I'm pretty sure, but I'll double check just to make sure, because I'd hate to screw you out if yeah, it's too low. Okay, Velvin, your turn.
Woohoo! And no more ones, Alvin. No more ones. So now... Yeah. 10 at 4th.
10 at 4th hits dice damage.
Nice. These guys really do have a low AC. Total of 5.
5 points of damage, haha. Alright, not too bad. Onwards to the monster's second attacks. Miss against Ecroromede. That's gonna hit Vasa. Vasa, that will be 4 points of damage. And Velvin, that will be a miss. The party may now retaliate. Ecroromede, you may start.
Oh yeah. Not a fumble.
Hit.
Okay, 8 plus 22 is 30.
Bits of not mimic go flying and sizzling everywhere, as it is now at negative 29 hit points.
Oh yeah.
It had 1. It had 1.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Vasa, you may counterattack. Dice percentage!
Go Vasa.
Okay, this is with a slashing weapon as the falchion. 18, triple.
Yeah.
Dice it. Roll high, roll high, roll high, roll high. 9, tripled, becomes 27. Vasa, you annihilate your opponent in brutal fashion. Velvin, you may counterattack.
Here we go.
For you.
16. Yep, that's a hit
Hits, dice damage.
for 4 damage.
For 4 damage, yes! Velvin, your opponent is fleeing. You may opt for a parting shot at this time, as I do the new round 4.
Parting shot. Rolling it. I rolled a 13, and that should be a hit, because a 9 was.
Yeah, that will hit. You may dice damage.
And total of 5.
Total of 5. Okay. Ecroromede, you are pursuing this thing to attack with Shocking Grasp.
Oh yes.
Alright, you pursue it down the hallway. It's trying to run. It's changed itself into a smaller form as best as possible, but you may roll to hit. And again, just check for fumble.
Not a fumble.
Dice it.
6 and 6 is 12 plus 22, 34 hit points of damage.
Hot damn, you kill it. Bits of not mimic go splattering up and down the walls of the corridor. Congratulations, the party has faced off against 3 polymers from the creature catalog. I guess those were mimics, weren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just under a different name.
Okay. Party, it's almost 11. I'm tired. I'm going to say that, Chromie, you trudge back with the party to party in room morning time.
Okay.
Comma.
All right,
End of session.
gonna
Vasa, you
retrieve my
bind your
dagger.
wounds. And yeah,
Retrieve my dagger.
dice
And I'll pick up my
the
bow.
saving throw for it. And Melvin, you get your bow back.
And we lost
And we
Dom.
lost Dom, who was pretty tired, I could tell, but it was really
Yep.
me that was tired that did that.